Hello. Oh,
Hello,
it
we're
says we're live
live.
up here.
We're live. I did the countdown, but I think it just counted down for us, maybe.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well,
That's what I
anywho,
think,
however it works, we're live.
Okay, we're live.
Welcome to Three Men and a Monkey Lizard. We have our special guest, Sleeping Collectibles, this week. Sean Solo, as usual, is the drummer who does not attend the sound check, so he'll be coming in hot. But the good news is he'll be freshly showered, so we all have that to look forward to. I'm very excited about that. So lots. Let's see. I'm going to check here. Who do we got in the chat room so far? Ooh, wow, we got a bunch of people here. So let's say hello.
BJ, welcome.
BJ's new to us, so welcome here, man.
Hey BJ, thanks for coming, dude.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out. And hey, just so you know, I'm driving tonight, but I'm doing I'm looking at my cell phone here, and then if I'm over to the right, I'm driving our live stream to the right, just so everyone knows. We got Apprentice Ewok here. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's good to see you.
Hi, Brandon.
Got Emo Peter.
Hey Emo, how's it going? How's it going, dude?
That is fantastic. I love that. Matt, what's up, Matt? Welcome.
Hey, Mr. Matt.
Josh Anderson, what's up, buddy? Thanks
Mr.
for
Josh.
coming.
Right, Mr. Josh.
Tim's Vintage World. Very cool.
Awesome.
Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Tim. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks
Great
for
to have
checking
you.
us out. We got Jonathan Redmond. Good to see you, buddy.
Mr. Jonathan just said that he's got a monkey lizard in his freezer.
Ready to spit roast.
Not impressed.
We got Space Birds.
Wow.
What's up there? Hey there, Space Birds. Love that,
Space
man.
Buns. Space Buns.
Oh, Space Buns. My eyes suck. My eyes are terrible. Welcome to your 40s, everybody. All right. Gary Moore, what's up, dude?
Hey, Mr. Gary, what's up?
Wow, we got a full house to start. This is great.
Dalwin. Hey, Dalwin from Singapore. What an awesome place. I love Singapore. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello to us. Amazing place.
Very cool, man.
You're very welcome over here for sure.
Dude, we're super international. I love that. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Let's see who else we got. Ooh, Smuggler's Canyon. Great Star Wars name. Thanks for coming on, man.
Smugglers has the best hat collection in the Star Wars toy community.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
What kind of hats are we talking about?
He's got all sorts, dude. All sorts.
Ooh, I'm a big hat collector myself. I have, but it's mostly Chicago sports teams and Disney World hats that I collect. But I got a whole wall in my office that's just hats, and my wife thinks I'm insane.
Well, Mr. Smuggler's an Englishman, so he's got proper hats, not those American ones.
Yeah, I have the American ones. Yep. We got NASCAR Fan Gamer. Thanks for checking us out tonight.
Hey, NASCAR.
All right, man. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Oh, Sean Solo coming in hot. Let me let him in.
We need a rock and roll entrance.
Hey, what's up, guys?
There he is.
There he is.
Man, look at that background. That setup.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I slapped it. That's why I'm late.
That's sweet, dude.
Thanks.
Dude, that's fantastic.
The man.
So what kind of soap were you using in the shower tonight? We're all curious.
I use, I think it's Dove, man. Yeah,
Dove. Ooh, sensitive. You're a sensitive skin.
Absolutely. In the sun
I'm an Irish Spring. I'm an Irish Spring man myself.
Yeah.
Welcome to Three Men and a Monkey Lizard, the soap channel. We can tell you all about the best soaps to have. If you want to know about soap, you're in the right place.
Well, first thing I want to do, everyone, I'm super excited here to welcome our buddy Sleeping Collectibles to the live stream tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with us and joining our live stream here, dude. We've been friends on Twitter for quite some, at least the last year, I'm thinking, and then watching your channel and stuff. So I'm really excited to have you on. And for everyone watching who normally watches us, he delves into lines that we don't normally have. So it's really cool for us tonight because we're going to learn about some different collectibles that we don't normally talk about on the show. And I'm hoping that doesn't lead to me buying some like Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant figures by the time we end this conversation. Ultimate Warrior as well. And then, so I wanted to welcome him. And then his Twitter handle Again, guys, I'm driving on the side here. I might twist things up. So he is at Sleep and Collect on Twitter. So follow him there as well as his YouTube channel. And then also want to welcome the rest of the crew. We got Vern from Oakhurst Studios.
Hey,
Vern.
Sean Solo 8.
What's up, guys? Good to have you, Sleeping Collectibles. Is it Sleeping Collectibles, or what do we call you?
I'm trying to
He said
sleeping. It's
sleeping.
fine. We've had this conversation. Yeah.
If you'd have been in band practice, you would know this by now, Sean. You would know it. Doesn't know it because it doesn't come to band practice.
I love it. And then we got everyone's favorite monkey lizard, Salacious Rub.
I know, and I'm kind of feeling like I should be the rock and roll star, but you just can't out rock and roll Sean. Sean's like the Liam Gallagher of the Three Men and the Monkey Lizards. he's been out partying and he's just rolled in, had a quick hour, and he's on.
well, who's Frank?
He's so cool. I love you, Sean. I love you, Sean. I do love you, Sean.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Always.
So since we got our awesome guest, Sleeping Collectibles, I thought we'd start out with him and ask him a little bit about his collection and channel and all that kind of stuff. So my first question for Sleep is, why did you start a YouTube channel?
Honestly, that is something I've never really been asked. Just a few months ago, I just started my channel.
How do I select him?
Click on his picture.
Solo layout. There we go. Sorry, guys.
Honestly, like I started back in October. I uploaded my first video like the day before Halloween. I was just on YouTube hanging out, and I ended up seeing a video from What's Poppin', MCE. And he was going on a toy hunt, and I was like, wow, I do that in my spare time. I didn't know I could even record that. That's a thing. And I just started doing it. My very first video was me driving to IKEA, and I bought a cabinet for my collectibles, and I just started filming me buying toys, and it's just taking off from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the next question I have for you then is wrestling figures, right? So I think this is where I see a lot of what you do that we don't have a lot of on our channel. So how did you get into wrestling figures?
Oh, I've been a lifelong wrestling fan. I used to watch wrestling with my dad when I was a kid, and every birthday, every Christmas, I'd get like the hot figure at the time, starting with like the hard plastic LJNs, and then we moved into like the bendable ones, and then finally figures that had articulation, and my mind was blown. I had my own like action figure federations, and we used to wrestle my 3.75 Star Wars in my backyard all the time. It turned into a whole thing.
That's
awesome.
Cool. So it's funny about that. The wrestling figure. Somebody online was like broadcasting about the Elite Wave, the '84 series, I think, with the Zelina Vega that she got canceled. The figure's coming out supposedly, right?
Yep.
And I just said, hey, when are those going to be available? And their response to me was like, when they're in stores.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was like, that's his whole Twitter thing, is to talk about these figures. And I was like, well, you have no information.
Where can you get them? Online.
Yeah. Wrestling figures are so weird. Like, you guys know how difficult it is to find like Star Wars and like Marvel when figures drop. Wrestling figures are a whole different monster, because I think they're on Series 85 right now, and we're just now seeing Series 82 hit store shelves, if you can ever find one. They're so difficult to find nowadays.
So I used to collect. I've got a collection of the Hasbro WWF figures, because that was what I watched when I was a lad. And I've got the Ring, and I've got Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and all the Macho Man and all those guys. But I kind of lost it when WCW joined the WWF, and I don't even know what the AEW is. So my mindset is still the WWF is the wrestling league to me. That I don't know what the AEW is. But is the AEW the new big one? Is that bigger than the WWF now?
It's not as big, but it's starting to gain popularity quickly. It's bigger than this. The WWE has like 3 or 4 shows now, and AEW is now ranked higher than 3 of them. There's only one that does better ratings. And AEW started out as this like underground indie promotion that would hire all the guys that WWE didn't want to have. Like WWE is very focused on big, muscular, beefy guys fighting each other, whereas AEW is a lot of the lucha libre style and a lot of the independent guys with funny gimmicks and just like more gymnastic style matches.
So I was, I was born in '77. So being a child of the '80s, like I grew up with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man, Savage, and
Legion of Doom,
Andre the Giant. Yeah, I mean, just Bret the Muscle Man, Hitman Hart, right? Like all these. So like growing up, I had all those figures, and I had the ring, and you talk about the stretchy things, and it took me right back to I remember those like big stretchy things. So do you have any of those figures from our childhood still, or did you acquire them? And then here's my follow-up question: are those figures easy to get, or are they crazy expensive like vintage Star Wars figures would be?
It depends. I don't have any of them currently. When I was 18, my parents moved to South Carolina, actually, and they took most of my toy collection with them, and I've never bothered to get. I need to do that one day. I just know they're being really well taken care of and stored, so I don't want to disturb that right now. But a lot of them really aren't that expensive. Most of the ones from the late 80s and early 90s you can probably get for like 15 to 25 each, depending. There are a few of them, like some of the Hasbro Hogans can go up to $80, $90, but it's nothing near vintage Star Wars prices.
That's very cool. Yeah, I as an aside, I got to go to one wrestling match, and it was my 5th year in college, and I went to University of Dayton, and they had a big WWF event in Columbus, and we ended up getting seats. They were like literal nosebleeds, and we all had signs, and we're drunk like idiots, like you should be at that age. And a promoter came up to us and said, "How many are in your group?" And there was, I think, 5 of us. He's like, "Do you guys want to come sit down in the front?" And we got second row ringside for that show. Dude, that was like, it was one of the cool, we were on TV, so people were watching back in like on campus, there were no cell phones back then, so no one was back there. But when we got back, it was like a hero's welcome because everybody watched us and our signs were on TV, and we were my sign is, I think we try to keep it PG, so I'll maybe post it on Twitter later instead of bringing it up here. But but I still vividly remember how much fun that was, even at 21 years old, and we had a blast, absolute blast. And that was 1999. So so you still have like legendary wrestlers at that point. Yeah,
that was prime wrestling time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's even later than I was watching it, because they would come over to England to do shows, and they'd do a show in Birmingham at the NEC, and I remember going to watch. I've got some of those fake Bret the Hitman Hart glasses he used to.
Do you really?
Yeah. And I remember the Bushwhackers coming down the aisle, and I think somehow I managed to get my head stuck in a Bushwhacker's armpit as he was coming down the aisle. I vividly remember. But the WWF is awesome. Yes,
it was, man. That was fun. So I have another question here. So what is your holy grail wrestling figure?
Ooh, that's tough. Okay, so a lot.
You could have if you have like 2 or 3. Just go. If you got a top 2 or 3, go for it.
Deal. Honestly, there's only one. Most wrestling figures, like I said, are super accessible, pretty easy to get. Like I think you can go upwards of $40, $50 for some of the newer ones that are grails. But my favorite wrestler of all time is CM Punk. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. He's a modern wrestler. He was an indie darling that kind of made it. Like he was one of those few undersized guys that made it to the big stage. And he has an early release Elite WWE figure that was a Toys R Us exclusive. And it's got a soft goods CM Punk shirt. He's wearing his merch, and it's soft goods, and it's got removable boots, and it's just incredible. And it goes for, I think it's like $190 right now. It's just overly priced for what it is. Yeah. But it was limited run. I think there was only 6,000 of them, Toys R Us exclusive. And one day I'll have him. I just don't yet.
So I want to throw this out to, and this can be broad because not all of us collect wrestling, but what are your guys' holy grail figures? And I also want to throw it out to everybody in the chat room as well. Let us know in the comments what your holy grail figures are. So Vern, you want to go first? You're in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me grab it. I think I'm gonna say that.
How is it a Holy Grail figure if you have it?
If you have it, yeah.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about your favorite figure.
No. Like
Well,
what's the one you're
he has.
questing for?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to
No,
see
I
what
was
you
just-
have.
I was just gonna show a Hulk, but I think so they used to have these Shogun Warriors. They're like 4 feet tall or 2.5 feet tall. You know, they're like robots. It was they had a Godzilla, and then they had like a Raideen and a Mazinga. I never had the Mazinga, and that's the one that I'm actually hoping to find one day. So that would be it. Have you guys seen these Shogun Warrior figures?
Yeah, I've seen you show them once.
Okay, so
Those are very
they're kind of like
Whoa.
they're kind of like this,
Oh, yeah.
except for they're based on the Japanese hero, right? This is a stormtrooper version, but they always have like a hand that fires
Shot
off.
out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and then they have some sort of a weapon, and then
They had Godzilla ones were most common, right? Something like that. Or
yeah, and they're
robots.
super. And I think somebody went to some secondhand store and was posting some pictures of like the Godzilla recently, and it's like crazy expensive, but they all are pretty expensive.
Yeah,
But I have,
remember
like,
my
4
friends having some. Those are so sweet.
I had 4 or 5 of them. I left them at my brother's house, and now he claims he can't find them. But
Yeah.
That's magical
but
how
I-
that happens.
But I did have a whole bunch of wrestling figures at one time. I just want to mention it. And I didn't know what to do with them. So I turned them into other figures.
That's Ultraman, isn't it?
It's
Oh,
Kamen
dude, that's
Rider,
awesome.
The V3.
Yeah,
But
came
this
in
is actually a wrestling figure. That's why he doesn't have the boots. He just has like the pants. And I'm trying to remember who he was at this point, but I can't remember which one I transformed.
I'm trying
That's
to
what I
tell
do
by
with
the
one.
pants. It kind of looks like a Rey Mysterio figure by the baggy pants.
You might be right. I think he had like a mask on.
I think it's Rey Mysterio. I think I can tell by the way
Yeah.
the pants are molded. Yeah, those look like the baggy pants he used to wear.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But
That's funny.
so that's what I did with all my sorry.
That's
Did with all my
awesome.
wrestling figures.
Salacious, what's one of your Holy Grail figures?
Well, I'm gonna think about the Hasbro wrestling ones because I've spoken about Star Wars loads, and I've got quite a few of them, but I am missing some of them. So I'm just trying to look at. So there is Bret the Hitman Hart's quite expensive, but there's a variant of Bret the Hitman Hart. There's one where he's got a black heart and one where he's got a white heart. I'm talking about the Kenner. The Hasbro figures from 94, 95. So there's a Bret Hart one. To be honest, any of the LGA ones, I've got a Hulk LGN, but they are mega expensive to get over here in the UK. The mega size LGNs. So any of those. What's the Steamboat guy called?
Ricky the Dragon.
Ricky Steamboat?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I like him. I don't think I've got him. I think there's 4 or 5 Macho Mans. Oh, yeah. So I'd like to get all of those. I always liked the British Bulldog, of course. He was one of my faves.
He's
I've
actually
got
got a
the-
new figure that just came out last week that looks phenomenal. Like dead on head scan. It's incredible. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog.
Legend. I think I'd quite like to dip into this new line of wrestling He-Man figures. You got some of those, didn't you, last week, Vern?
Yeah,
did.
I was.
What's up, honey?
Yeah, so
I got the.
I've not seen
the
any of those in
Retrowave.
the UK.
I'll get it in a minute.
Yeah, I'd like those. I haven't got any of those. I don't think I've even seen them in England.
Well, save those for weekly pickups. Look at you guys. Jump in
Oh,
segments.
I did this last week. I showed them last week.
I
You
was-
were
I
out of it,
was-
so you
Yeah,
don't
the
remember
whole
anything from last
Muto.
week.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do these
Wave.
again.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
do you
you-
think of those sleeping?
Wait, I was
what
on
do
the
you-
stream last week? What?
Yeah, sleeping. What do you think about those He-Man wrestler figures?
They're very difficult to find for me here on the East Coast, but I did just pick up that Becky Lynch that I just showed.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
yes.
Not to show my pickups from the week early, but no, I did just pick her up yesterday, actually, at my local department store. I like the price point. I liked it for $13.99. You can pick one up. I
Yes.
think that's kind of cool. And like, I'm not the biggest He-Man guy in the world, but it's just a fun way to cross over things that I have a little bit of interest in. I dig it. Maybe like G.I. Joe coming out with like Spider-Man G.I. Joes. Like, I'd be cool with it.
Yeah,
Who
that
was
would be really cool.
sleeping? Who was the English girl that went over to WWF and was big? And she's like a
Ooh.
goth girl,
Paige.
dark hair.
Yeah, Soraya. Her name's Paige. Her family actually
Yes.
run the biggest company in England right now.
Yeah, and she got a figure because I'd quite like her figure. I think
She has a lot of figures. They're very hard to find. She had a bit of an adult scandal a couple years ago, and she kind of dipped off the radar after her injury, and her figures shot up in value so much.
So I think I'll be.
Yeah.
No, go on. What does she have?
She had a bit of an adult scandal where pictures and things were leaked, and she kind of got pushed off the television, and it turned into a whole ordeal.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely on the hunt for those figures. So,
Sean, what's your what are some of your holy grail? I swear he was gonna. I thought he was gonna say pictures.
Well, just the figures. Just the figures.
What's your holy grail, Sean?
Well, I used to always talk about Vader's tie, but I'll say something different today. I would like Hammerhead, something basic, just an OG Hammerhead that I can put with Han Solo. Because when I was a kid, my Darth Vader's lightsaber was missing, his cape was missing, so he looked really ghetto, real skinny dude with his helmet. And I always used Hammerhead as like the bad guys and the bounty hunters, and Han and Chewie would always gang up and go for him. So I would definitely love those. I wonder how much one of those would run me. Probably about $80 loose, or maybe cheaper. $20, I bet, probably. But that'd be pretty cool. Simple and sweet.
And mine for Marvel Legends would definitely be the Blue Beast to go with my X-Men Original Series display. I have pretty much all. I think I have all the main characters now. A lot of them are still in box. I haven't unboxed them yet, but I definitely need Blue Beast. And then there's all, you're constantly getting peripheral characters that just were in the show or in the background. So my rule for that display is anything that was on the show goes in the display, even if, because they had a lot of cameos and stuff like that. So you could put it there. And then probably for Black Series, I'd love to have that Obi-Wan Kenobi Commando. I think that is such a cool figure. So someday, hopefully, someday. All right. If you guys mind, a bunch of people came in the chat, so I thought we'd say hi. So where would I leave off? All right. We got Radio Rebellion, Star Wars podcast.
Hey, Alberto. Thanks for having me on.
So Dalwin asked a great question about why do not have the Revenge of the Sith Anakin, and it is not by choice. The minute I can get my hands on that figure, I'm buying two, one to keep in box, and then one to put in display for sure. I mean that. I can't imagine having a collection and not having Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. So that all, and what I hope they do, right? Because the anniversary is coming up, right? And so what I hope that they'll do at some point is I'd love to have like an Anakin 2-pack where you have the Anakin face and then you have the Darth Vader face, but it's without the mask with like the red eyes where he's on Mustafar. And you got maybe like that single tear coming down his cheek. I would that would be incredible to have that figure. Let's see what else we got here. So we got Radio Rebellion says, thank you for Salacious. So you were warming up with someone else tonight, huh, Salacious?
We've been reading poetry on Radio Rebellion. We have. It's a good show.
Blue Harvest, thanks for hanging out, bud. Appreciate you coming on.
Hey, Mark.
All right, we got some people saying hi to each other.
Nice to see sleeping. I'm usually asleep when he's on. Mr. Blue Harvest.
All right, lots of people saying hi to each other. And that's one of the things I love is this community and how it's grown over the last year. Everyone getting to know each other and support each other. I think that's really cool. All right, let's see. I think we got a couple Grail responses here. Sorry, buddy. You got bitten by the bug. Now you're in.
Oh, he's done that. He's done that to me as well, Brandon. Don't worry.
It's but you know what? It's just spreading joy, right? Just spreading joy.
Hey, Steve-O.
Steve-O's here. What's up, dude? This is a great stream, Variety. Thank you. We appreciate that. Let's see. We got Red Ranger Chris says they need to do an updated Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, 100%. Like, I cannot wait to get that figure. I want to do really, because if you guys see my videos and the displays I build, like I try to have a theme for each shelf, and ultimately I want to get to the point where the first 6, well, really outside of the sequel trilogy, because I've not understood that, but the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, and the 2 individual movies, I'd like to have a display, like a whole cabinet for each of them in the DTOF. I think that's my ultimate goal. So I would love to have that.
Just to the previous messenger, damn right there's a variety on this show. There's a bloody monkey lizard on the show. Go to another stream and find a monkey lizard.
So Apprentice Ewok says he definitely wants Clone General Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'm with you, buddy. Let's see. Tina Lynn stopped by.
Hey, Tina.
That's very cool.
Yeah, you know what's funny, dude? You mentioning those Holy Grail figures those are the figures that actually got me back into collecting and making videos. You know, Anakin, Clone Commander Kenobi.
Really?
That's what really kicked me into overdrive, because those figures are just so phenomenal. You know, I recommend them for any collector. So, but you're right.
Very cool. All right, we got Art Walk. What up, dude? Thanks for coming on, hanging out.
Hey, Art Walk.
And then Jonathan Redmond says Clone General Obi-Wan is so good. I totally agree.
Yeah, dope.
Let me see. Ooh, Red Ranger Chris wants that retro Spidey. Yeah, dude. That's probably the best Spidey figure I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would love another one. My legs are really loose on mine. But man, what a great figure.
Ooh, Usual Mike
one
says
with more hands.
Hey, Usual Mike just chimed in with a knowledge bomb. He says Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan will be in Wave 3 of the Archive Collection in August.
That's awesome.
Which
I need so bad. I need that figure.
I will be buying that for sure. That's fantastic. All right. So next topic. How about? Nope. That's a teaser. I thought I had this in order, but I didn't. Oh no. I think I have too many on here. Holy Grail. So anyways, what did you pick up this week? Weekly pickups. There we go. My bad, guys. All right. So who wants, why don't we have our guest of honor go first?
For sure.
Sleep, what'd you pick up this week?
Oh my gosh. Putting me on the spot here. Okay.
We can come back.
Right,
we can come back, dude. This isn't
No, it's okay. It's okay. But I need to ask you guys a preface. Do you guys want to see what people know I picked up, or do you want a little sneak peek on that toy hunt that's coming on Monday?
Ooh, dude, we'd love a sneak peek, man. So wait, is this a 3-Man and Monkey Lizard exclusive? Exclusive sneak peek?
I just got back from a toy hunt literally 25 minutes before I hopped in here, and I picked up some fun. I got some fun things.
Yeah, dude, if you're willing, we'd love to see.
Yeah. I got 3 things today. They're going to be in my new toy hunt video I'm real excited about. I got a 3.75 retro Bobby Drake.
Ooh, nice. Oh, that is
been looking for these guys.
Show me the whole.
I've never seen those before.
Phenomenal on him. They just came out about 2 weeks ago here in the States. Just the card itself.
That coloring is awesome.
Bio on the back and. Yeah,
I don't think we have them. We don't have
9
them.
characters. No, you guys don't. I think they're U.S. exclusive for now. But they have Iron Man, they have Spider-Man. I saw Electro, Green Goblin, Iceman. I think there's a Hulk, but I'm not positive.
There's
a
Hulk.
A few good characters. They're fun. There is a Hulk. Okay, I didn't see him on my hunt. Sadly, it was just Electro and Iceman for me today. But while I was there, I did pick up new Wolverine from the new Marvel Legends line.
Nice.
Oh.
Snatched him up today. I'm excited about that.
Snap.
It's going to go really well. And the piece de la resistance, the piece I'm most excited about. My favorite recent Netflix show was the Netflix Daredevil show. I think it was just absolutely phenomenally written. I love it more than anything. While I was out today,
I love that show.
Me too. I happened to stumble across this Mezco 112 Netflix Daredevil for a steal of a price, brand new, and I'm excited to open him up.
Oh my
God, that is awesome.
Good. I'm excited for you to open that.
Yes.
Man, that hasn't been opened yet. This is going to be something really fun. I might show it off on my live stream later tonight. It'll be fun.
Very cool.
Sweet.
So can I guys ask you a question? Because we know, there's obviously the multiverse coming, and there's potential for characters from, even though we know that is not, the Netflix MCU is not part of the MCU, but Matt Murdock is coming in. So any other characters from that show? And my answer is 100% Elektra. With the same, I don't remember the actress's name, but she was phenomenal as Elektra. So 100% for me, I would love to see her in the proper MCU. What about you guys?
Yeah, she knocked it out of the park. I would love that. And I would love if Mike Coulter could sneak his way in. I love Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. I think he did a phenomenal job. I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't think he has the range, but how much range do you need to really bulletproof skin? He's a tanky.
That's a very, very fair point. Oh, we got a lot of people have some Daredevil envy right now.
Daredevil was awesome, and that figure looks on point, man. On point.
So, and I do want to revisit
was
that.
Absolutely an update.
Yeah, dude, that Wolverine looks incredible. Maybe Hasbro will ship mine by June. I'd be pretty excited. Yeah, a lot of people are really enjoying your Daredevil and Wolverine there. Very cool. All right. Yeah, man. Nice pickups this week. All right. Who wants to volunteer to go next?
All right, I'll go.
Yeah, Salacious.
I'll
go.
Everyone's been getting their blimming Spawn Kickstarter figures delivered. Well, all the Americans are. Anyway, you Americans are getting all your Kickstarter Spawn figures delivered, and us Brits are still waiting for ours. Because I do love Spawn, and I love McFarlane. So mine hasn't come, but to get in the Spawn mood, I thought we'd get a little bit Spawny with some of these. With some of these McFarlane Mortal Kombat Spawn figures. Hold on a minute. Let me see what I can do about this.
While you're doing that, Salacious, Red Ranger Chris says he'd love to see John Bernthal's The Punisher come into the MCU, and I totally agree. I thought he was fantastic as well.
Yeah.
I need a lighting. So what I can do with lighting. Hold on a minute. So I don't know. Sorry, the lighting's bad. It's late here, and I need to sort out some better lights. So this is a 12-inch Mortal Kombat Spawn, and it's McFarlane. And I'll turn this light back on without it shining. I don't know. You can't really see it. I'll have to unbox these later. I'm judging by the lack of noise that you guys aren't Spawn fans like me.
I'm just looking. I'm not knowledgeable, but I think I think that's incredible just looking at it.
He is badass.
What's the size on those?
These are 7 inches, I think.
So they would match up with the multiverse.
Yeah, and there's 22 moving parts of articulation, and they're just mental. And so there's 2 of them. There's also Blood Feud Hunter, which is this crazy looking variant with his axe.
Yeah, I always thought if I'd seen him on the shelf, I was going to pick him up, but never had the luck.
So are those priced about the same as Black Series and Legends, or are they more expensive?
Do you know what? I think I'm going down a McFarlane rabbit hole because they're good. The Batman figures. Have you seen the Batman figures they've just done?
Yeah, they look. Pretty
Oh my god, they are dope, and they're like £20 on Amazon UK. So they're priced equivalently to the Legends, and I mean they're a bit bigger. I think they're awesome. I mean, there's the proof is yet to be in the pudding because I've not opened them up yet, and I've not had any legs falling off or anything. But they look awesome. So these will go next to the big Spawn, the Kickstarter Spawn that's coming, which hopefully will arrive soon. But man, I love me a bit of Spawn. Ted McFarlane's a nutcase, but his Spawn designs are cool.
Yeah, I had all his comics that he wrote while he was Spider-Man, and I'm a huge fan of McFarlane and those Spawn figures. I would definitely buy that one there if I'd ever seen it on a shelf.
So Jonathan is
I would be in it.
Jonathan is starting a movement for Salacious to open up that spawn.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna, 100%. And then there's always something odd, isn't there, that I get every week? There's always something odd. I'm gonna let you guess what this is.
Is that a
It's
car
a-
door handle?
It's a
Did you-
piece
did
to
you
the
take somebody's
Ewok
car door
village, is my
handle?
guess.
Are you
No.
stealing car door handles?
Close. Close.
That's what it
That's
looks
What is it?
Close.
You know what's funny is like they do a segment on Ask This Old House where they take out a tool and they have all the guys try to tell you what it is. That's the roof off of a vehicle so that you can put the figures in it. And I'm wondering if that's is that like the 18 van or something?
This is a 3D printed Slave One ramp from a vintage
Oh.
Slave One. So I got an old knackered Slave One in a toy lot, and I've been restoring him. I showed you my repro stickers that I bought last week. This is the ramp. I'm only missing the canopy now, and then I've got a fully restored Slave One. So
Nice.
an actual ramp,
awesome.
an actual real ramp on eBay is like 20 or 30 quid. So this is just a 3D printed part. I don't mind
Nice.
a bit of 3D parts. I'm not that precious. I'm not spending 30, 40 quid on one piece of old plastic. It doesn't make any sense. So there
Smuggler's
you go.
Canyon guessed it.
Did
Yeah,
he?
looks like
I
a
knew
few
he
people
was.
guessed
Yeah. Blacked Out Ewoks or Blue Vintage would have guessed it, I'm sure. So, but I'm definitely. You guys are getting me on the comic book figure rabbit hole
Good.
now, and I've plunged into Marvel Legends, and now I'm plunging into Spawn, and I think I'm about to plunge into Batman as well, to be honest, because some of
Nice.
those Batman figures just look
They do.
dope.
They're so tempting. They're so tempting.
Be
Yeah.
So,
careful with those Batman figures. Like, I told myself I wasn't going to buy any of them. I don't even like DC that much. And now I got 18. Be careful.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a
Slippery
evil.
slope. Hey, AJ's here from the Dregs Cat Show.
Hey, AJ.
Thanks for
Hey,
hanging
AJ.
out. And he also agrees with our sentiment that John Bernthal or nothing. I agree. I'd like to see him, Matt Murdock, and then Elektra for sure. Those would be my votes to bring over for sure.
Definitely.
Art says, watch out for sharp edges. That's good to know. Good to know. All right, we'll come back to some of these here in a second. All right, which one of you? Oh, we also have another a new friend here. We got Oof Oof. What up?
Oof, oof.
Thanks for
Oof,
hanging
oof.
out.
Oof,
I
oof.
love that.
Oof.
He's one of mine. Thank you so much for
Is he?
dropping by, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
thanks
Thanks
for
for
coming
checking
over,
that
Oof,
out,
oof.
man. Very cool. And then we also have a new friend here, Damien from Scotland. I love it. The international theme keeps coming, man. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Damien. What's up, dude?
All right, which one of you two want to go next? Vern or Sean? What'd you pick up?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you. I got it all here.
Here we go. Here we
You
go.
guys are
It's got it all.
acting like we're at
This,
like math class, and I'm asking you to solve an equation at the board.
Yeah.
I've never
I got
been one
this
to
one
volunteer.
here from somebody on Twitter. So his
Ooh.
name's
Nice.
Tito. So I finally got him. I'm really going to enjoy making that
It's
video.
awesome.
But, for
Nice.
retail plus shipping.
That
And
dude, that
then-
flame effect is going to look sweet in your display too, man. It really, really stands
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I can't wait. I got another TVC. I forgot all about this guy.
Oh, I
Finally
need that
picked
black
him up.
series.
Yeah, he's on Amazon, free shipping, so I figured I'd snag him. And then I finally got this guy I just did a video on, Clone Commander Gree.
Gree,
he's
yeah.
awesome.
He's just badass, no doubt about that.
Yeah, badassery.
And then I picked these really cool things up. These are $5.99 each, but I got a very mini Skeletor
Mental.
in packaging.
That's
and then
cool.
I also checked. This is the coolest Battle Cat, and he's
Battle
articulated.
Wow.
Yeah, full articulation. And then I had to pick up He-Man, of course.
Of course, if you have Battle
So-
Cat.
But yeah, $5.99
That's
each.
awesome.
Couldn't beat them. They have G.I. Joe and Transformers for that too. So, but other than that, it's been a really quiet week.
All right, Verno.
All right. So I did pick up a lot of like these tiny figures online. I'm not going to pull them all out. It was mainly like some GI Joe, old GI Joes and stuff. I was just trying to fill in some of the characters, but this one was in there, which I thought was really interesting. And I'll just let everybody kind of try to guess who that is. Anybody know for sure?
Well, he looks like an alternate Prince Adam, doesn't he? He's like a medieval Prince Adam. It's like Prince Adam. I don't know. He's had a bad weekend, Prince Adam.
I'll tell you in a little bit. But anyway, so here's the. So I did get the Cobra Infantry that came from GameStop. So I was really happy that shipped.
Good pickup.
That thing that came out last week with the Iron Patriot.
Dude, that's a great
that
figure.
one.
I still got to open mine.
And if you guys are watching my channel, I put the review up for Bo-Katan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about this is I had this pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store, from Amazon, I think from GameStop, and also from Entertainment Earth. I got the Wave box. And last Friday I got the shipping notice for the Wave. So what I got was Ventress.
Oh man.
Nice.
Dude.
The Elite Squad Trooper from the Bad Batch.
Nice.
Picking up all the good stuff.
Yeah. Crosshairs.
Man.
And Hunter. We're all part of the Wave.
I did the same thing. I ordered the whole wave, but I did mine from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, you know what I noticed about ordering from Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth is you actually get the Wave just like the box would appear in the store. So there were some duplicates in the box. So like the Elite Squad Trooper was a duplicate, yeah. And then Hunter was a duplicate.
Vern,
yeah.
you've got some amazing figures there, but I can't stop thinking about weirdo Prince Adam. Can we have weirdo Prince Adam back?
Anybody throw any guesses out?
I
see Thundar in there.
Have we got some guesses? I don't know.
No.
His legs look weird. What's wrong with his legs?
It's an old figure. It's from the 80s.
Who made him? That would be a good one.
It's a TSR.
TSR.
Yes. Can you guys see it? So it is Hasbro, I think. My vision's not that good, but it's a TSR. So this is Dungeons and Dragons, just to let you guys know.
Oh, I never would have guessed that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice pickups.
So it came with a couple other ones that I thought were kind of cool too. I just wanted to throw that one up. So this guy.
Sector.
I don't even. Yeah, and then you got. This is from a video game, right?
Is it League of Extraordinary? No. Who is it?
No, Assassin's Creed.
Is that Assassin's Creed? Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Is that Ezio? Was that his name?
I don't play the game. It was just in the bag, so I was like, I think this is Assassin's Creed just by the way he's dressed.
That's cool. It's a NECA Assassin's Creed, is it?
Yeah, something like that.
So, the Sectar's cool. Did the Sectar come with any of his bits?
Nope, just like this. Unfortunately,
he's cool.
But it was pretty cheap. It was like $15 for a huge bag of these figures, and so I picked through them, and some of them I don't know what I'm going to do with, but these ones I'll probably throw up on the shelf for sure just because of what they are. I never had them when I was a kid, but I guess it's nice to have now just to put up next to something else. Does anybody know what this is?
Oh, yeah, I've got one of those, but mine's in better condition than yours.
Is this supposed to light up or something? Oh, the chest piece? Oh, it does do something, doesn't it?
Oh, no, check it out. Here, look at mine real quick. Is this not the same guy or what?
I can't see.
Dude, sort it out. Come on, man.
Yeah. But look, mine has a cape and yours has a diamond in it. But he's the same dude, isn't he, or no?
Yeah, it looks like it. Unless
I'm
they're
not
just
sure
from
where
the
this
same
is
line.
from, but it was in my mom's garage, so I don't know what.
You know what? I want to say this is from the She-Ra line, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
because
looks like Ken on He-Man's body, with
It
the
looks like-
Superman cape.
yeah.
Or a sort of Flash Gordon of some sort.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But sorry to steal your thunder there.
No, don't worry. I'm still trying to figure it out. So if anybody knows,
Kind of looks like Flash Gordon to me, but I don't know.
And
Wanna
why is yours
say,
different than mine? That's odd.
Variant?
it could have just been different years, right? Like one was earlier, one was later.
Vern, how is the Salacious Crumb 3D printing going? This is everyone wants to know.
Okay, so I did. You remember I did these?
Yeah.
And
right back, guys.
I ran out of ink with the head. Then I did a whole different print, and then I guess I sized them too small because they all came out somewhere around that big, and half the tails broke. So I'm just getting ready to set up my printer again. And you know what I'm thinking about doing is I ordered some clear plastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Translucent crumb.
Yeah. So I was thinking about printing them like that, so you could have like a Force Ghost one, and that's what I'm going to send you.
That'd be unique. That'd be unique.
Right.
Hey guys, want to say hi to my buddy Josh here in Michigan. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's good to see you.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
And I want to scroll up here before I show what I picked up. And I think Brand. Oh, are you
sorry.
done?
No, Bo from She-Ra. That's what Gilster's saying.
Ah.
So somebody, Apprentice Ewok had a great comment, and I'm trying to find it now. But he basically was saying like it's really hard on getting pre-orders, and like so for example, like I have the same case Vern has, but I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store, so I don't have a shipping notification yet. But that whole AOX wave that just came out, and Sleep got the Wolverine from it. I had pre-ordered that whole wave from Hasbro, and I've seen for weeks now it's in stores. People are getting it. So, and then today, I think Braternia posted that they were up for Amazon. So I went on Amazon and I got, I think 5 of the 7 figures, or no, I got 4 of the 7 on Amazon, and they're going to show up tomorrow. And then I cancel them on Hasbro. So they're still pre-ordered on Hasbro. And so, here's my thing is like, I'm a Pulse member. I'm pre-ordering from the manufacturer. Why am I the last to get my figures? And it's not even by like a week or so. It's like months. Like there's some stuff I get from them that's literally 2 months after it's on shelves. And is that okay, or is that their business plan? Do they just not care? What do you guys think? What do you guys think who are watching? And for those of you who are watching, are you having the same experience with your pre-orders?
So I don't actually pay for the Pulse, but it's exactly the same. Hasbro, for some reason, does not ship before you can find in stores or other people ship. It's regularly like that. I've never gotten anything from Hasbro before anyone else.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you would think they would reward people ordering directly from them and that are paying for that Pulse membership.
Yeah, if you're a Pulse, in my opinion, if you're a Pulse member, you should get priority.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the contracts they have with like Walmart, GameStop, and those other companies is just worth more money than your $120 a year or $30 a year that you're paying them. That's what I think. It just doesn't.
Fair point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in on my mug here and show you what I picked up this week. So, speaking of getting figures later than everyone else, I finally got my Firestar. So, and I am 100% kicking myself for not picking up Iceman like in the fall for when it was like $10 on Amazon. I just kept passing it up, and now it's like $80. So there's hopefully someday I'll get that one, but she looks awesome. And I forget the dog's name, but you got the dog in here and 2 different head sculpts. So I'm definitely going to do a video for her once I'm out of quarantine, but I'm pretty excited because I the show I think came out in like 80 or 81. So I was like 3-4 years old, and I remember loving the heck out of watching this. And then this guy showed up this week. He was inevitable. So I'm really, really glad to finally get him. And it's what's really funny about being in quarantine is for the 2 weeks prior when I wasn't, I had no figures show up. And then this week when I'm at the mercy of my wife, I have all these boxes coming. So we got busted quite a bit this week, but I'm very, very excited for Thanos here, and he just looks so cool. And then there's the back of the box.
That does look cool.
I'm just, yeah, man. And you have the Infinity. You have two different. Dude, he's massive. I mean, look at him. You know, I know they're both in box, but I mean, look at him next to Firestar. Wow. I mean, just so. And you know, this is the question I'll ask you guys on this. You know, he's a deluxe figure, so he's 29. I think that if this figure is 19, I think that's fair for him. Do you guys agree? Is this worthy of that deluxe price point? You got two Infinity gloves. One's a snap. One's his, like, you know, holding it like this in the palm of his hands, and then you have that old Thanos head too from the End of Time, with the crown and then that beard. That's so cool.
For sure. He's a big boy. He's worth it.
You know, I think they did that a lot with some of the bigger figures, right? Like with the heavy infantry Mando, he was a little bit more. That Red Hulk, when he came out at Target, he was, I think, $29.
Maestro's 29. Who's coming out soon.
I think that's pretty legit thing for them to do, because, you know, it's a bigger figure and it's a little bit more plastic. I don't know if it should be like $10 more, but since
it's probably 30 cents more of plastic.
Yeah. But since the other figures, Marvel Legends hasn't done it, but, you know, like in store, I've seen the Black Series figures actually looking like they're starting to be like $25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're starting to see that creep up there now. Yep.
So I see that Marvel Legends is probably going to follow suit pretty soon. So is that going to go up to 35?
I hope not, because that's getting ridiculous then. Absolutely ridiculous. And I do have one more. So this one I'm pretty excited about. It combines two of my favorite things from childhood: Transformers and X-Men original series. So this is the Blackbird Transformer.
Nice.
And then
that is amazing.
Check it out. And then you got, dude, check it out. You got Wolverine and Sabretooth in there. And then look at this. Like, I'm going to open it. Like, I committed to myself that I'm going to open this, but I'm going to have a real hard time, man. This box is exquisite. I mean, look at the art on the side. And then you got...
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't do it. I would leave it in the box. And it's so pretty.
And then look at that back of the box. So, and this was actually... So I know I just complained about not getting figures, getting figures late, but this was a Pulse exclusive, and I got this, I think our stream was Friday, so it showed up on Saturday, and I totally would have done a video on Saturday, but I didn't know if anybody wanted to watch me laying on my bed opening a Transformer. So once I get out and I get some time, I think I'm gonna unbox and do a video of this one for sure. But I keep looking at it. I don't know if I can open it. I didn't open Gigawatt, and the only reason I opened Maverick was because I got two. And okay, I'll give Hasbro some points here. The first Maverick they sent me, which was the F-14 Tomcat Transformer from Top Gun, the box got totally damaged and bent, so they sent me a second one for free. So I ended up opening it, and I kept the one in box. Gigawatt's still in box. It's like I really want to open this, but I also really don't. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you would do if you had this. Would you open it and transform it? Or would you leave it in box?
I think you'll be surprised that you would have got quite a lot of views on that opening the box whilst you're in bed video. I think you will surprise yourself.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, because I'm going to have a couple more days locked up in the bedroom here. But those are my pickups for the week. So let us know in the comments below, guys, which pickups you guys thought were your favorite.
We need to sort out moderators, dude, on your channels, because there's so many good YouTubers, people with YouTube channels in the chat, and without the moderators, we can't share links. And this is one of the things I wanted to say whilst we've got Sleeping on, because this is one of the things that he absolutely excels on his channel. I've been joining a few of his streams, and he is brilliant at getting people to share their YouTube channels and everyone subscribing to each other. And I think it's something you've done really, really well, Sleeping, and definitely something that I'm learning about from you, how you've managed to keep everybody, because basically it's in everyone's interest to support each other. And a lot of us we're small YouTubers, really. I know Vern and Solo and Sean here have gone stratospheric with their numbers, but it's something you do really well. It's something you do really well, sleeping. So you might want to give us some advice on how you're doing it.
Oh gosh, I wish I had advice. I just have an amazing community. Like, I can't even begin to tell you guys. I've only been doing YouTube for like 4 months, and I think my last live chat that I did last Tuesday, I got 99 people in my chat on a Tuesday at 10 p.m. I couldn't believe it, and they were all taking care of each other and talking to me. Like, it was so much fun, and I don't think I'm doing anything. I just think it's the community, the toy community in general. Once you give them a little bit of range, they are the nicest people in the entire world.
For sure,
it's amazing to see. I'm in awe every single time.
You know, and one of the things is, like, we all cross different communities or fandoms, like Star Wars, Star Trek, right, Marvel, things like that. And I would say the toy community is the most positive and welcoming out of all of them. There's like, I mean, no gatekeeping. There's no judgmental. It's really just sharing joy with each other and being happy for each other, and then learning. Like, you're learning a lot from each other. And I just don't see the toxicity in this community that we see in any of the others. I don't know if you guys agree, but for me, it's a totally different world.
Why are you leaving
Someone
that
in the
comment
chat just
on?
said sleepy for president. That's funny.
So a lot of people commenting they have the same struggles with pre-orders. Yeah, Prentice Ewok says, yeah, we should get them when everyone else does. Josh says he has the same issues. All right, ooh, good question here. We can take a detour real quick for our next topic. What do you think the possibilities of Michael Korvac being introduced in the MCU? Could he lead to a great Marvel Legends release and saga? What do you guys think?
100%.
I think anything's possible right now. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about WandaVision later, but I totally think anything's possible right now with the MCU. They MacGuffined the hell out of that series and left it so wide open that who knows where it's going, right? And now we have multiverse, and then we've got spaceverse, and they're doing both concomitantly, which I think is going to be interesting to see where that leads. All right, I'm just going through.
Their goal is ultimately to get us back into the movie theater somehow. So I think you're right about the MacGuffins. They're just going to have so many open where we're forced and dying to know what's going on, and social media is going to eat itself, and they're going to make $1 billion again at the theater. So that's the goal.
For sure. Well, I would say, like, we can't wait to go. Like, I want to go get a bucket of popcorn and like a 3,000 calorie sugar bomb blue slushy, and then a little bit of chocolate on the side, and sit there for 2 hours and stuff my face and watch a movie. I'm very excited. Clink says he found that Target and Amazon get stuff earlier. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it seems like Target's been getting Vintage Collection early. I know Entertainment Earth is good, but I pre-ordered my wave at Entertainment Earth, and mine hasn't showed up yet, which is kind of weird.
So it's kind of strange, because I used to order a lot of stuff on Entertainment Earth, and I never used Big Bad Toy Store. And then it seemed like there was a point last year where it seemed like Entertainment Earth was not shipping anything, and everything was getting delayed. And then some of the other, like GameStop and Big Bad, were shipping regularly. And so I started shifting some of my orders over, and I would start to get my stuff. And then it seemed like a few months ago, GameStop was like just shipping everything. Like
GameStop was on fire.
Yeah, they were rocking.
I think GameStop is the most consistent vendor. They're like in terms of like best package and shipping speed.
Yeah, like my Slave 1, I got that like a month earlier than anybody else, and it was through GameStop, which was weird.
So some of my stuff that I've ordered though through GameStop said ready to ship, was like available. You're going to get it in like 7 days. As soon as I completed the purchase, I get the notice saying, "Hey, we're awaiting the product availability." And I'm like, "What? I thought you guys had it right when I ordered."
Terrible.
So now I still got orders like sitting. So I wonder if like the distribution is like they're telling like, say GameStop, "Hey, we're going to give you guys stock," and then now they're giving Entertainment Earth stock. And then they're going to start giving Big Bad stock. And like if they have it set up like by quarters or months that they're giving different distributors priority during those months or something like that.
Yeah.
And so is it
That's interesting.
trying to figure out, well, who has the priority of that part of the year?
Well,
That's
you
what
did
I'm
the
wondering.
smart thing, I think. You pre-ordered everywhere, and you got lucky, man. So that
Yeah, I
worked
think
out
that's
really
exactly what happened.
good. Mhm.
And,
That was
the
smart,
funny
but
thing is,
it can burn you. Be careful, because I've done that, and then
Is that
like they
everything-
both ship, and then I get like a ship
Oh,
at the same
no.
time, and
2
then I was
cases.
like, oh. So yeah, then I ended up with like 3 different rogues, and I had 3 gambits. And
listen,
no.
it's funny because this Entertainment Earth, honestly, I think I ordered it like not even 3 weeks ago. I had all my other pre-orders when the stuff was announced, and I think 3 weeks ago, I think I got something, and it said from Entertainment Earth, and it was almost like, hey, this is going to be available here. And I was like, well, I'll just take a chance, and I can always cancel it. And then they were the first to ship. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The whole distribution. I wish I knew what the inside secret was.
Well, I highlighted Josh's poster. To me, that's insane. He still doesn't have the Heroes of Endor set. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, I don't either.
Like,
Wow.
but that's crazy. I've had mine since end of summer. Is that when they released? Because it was it was supposed to be a Comic-Con, right? And then they just did a Pulse thing. I can't believe you guys don't have yours. Holy cow!
Yeah, I just
That's
want Paplu out of there, man. He looks so.
Oh, you're gonna
sweet.
open that?
If I ever get one.
Oh, dude, don't let me. I don't want to watch that. That thing is like up on a shelf, and like I dust it off.
So
when you
for
get
me,
it,
it'll
you
be-
see how it opens. It is such a cool set, because it's a large rectangle, and then it opens up really wide, and you have the 3 different scenes in there. It
With
is so well
built-in
done.
dioramas.
Yeah, the built-in dioramas are so cool. There's no way I can ever open that thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I probably wouldn't
ordered
if I
that.
saw it in person.
Yeah, I ordered it because I wanted the Han, Leia, and Luke. I already have those now, so I'm like, what do I do, right?
Sell it to
But
me.
I'm gonna
Don't cancel
Yeah,
it.
probably. That's probably,
Oh, dude, it's expensive.
Right.
If you go on eBay, like that thing went up in value for sure. Like
I'll sell it
that's
to you
A lot.
fair
Yeah.
market value.
fair market value. I love it.
Yeah. No, he hooked me up with Ahsoka's Clone Trooper for MSRP. There's people on Twitter that will help you. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's nice.
Totally will. So, all right. So I think we killed that topic. I want to see if I'm just looking here to see. So we have some really good comments here. Yeah, a lot of people like that Thanos figure. I agree, man. I think it's exceptional.
Yeah.
And then
I'm hoping to see that in the store. It's hard for me to hit pre-order for $30, and I need to see it in person, or your review if you can hurry up and put that out there.
I will. Well, actually, what I was thinking of, I have the Infinity War Thanos Build-A-Figure. So I have all the figures, but I haven't unboxed them yet. So what I was thinking of doing was doing like taking that wave, unboxing it, and just building that Thanos, and then doing a Thanos versus Thanos. So comic book versus MCU, and see. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that Thanos versus Thanos, MCU versus comic book.
Yeah, I already get it.
I would love to see that. My hands up.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great. I'll have 2 views in 24 hours.
Yeah. I know. Doesn't it suck sometimes? You just can't win. So.
Yeah. Well,
watch your views on your channel.
Views are tough.
Yeah. Well, what it is we keep hopping between, Marvel, Star Wars, and not everybody's interested, and they scroll past that video. And once they scroll past that video they're not interested in, YouTube doesn't serve them your latest video, which, it just sucks, man. But it is what it is. But eventually, in the long haul, I think in the long run, it does pay off for you. So,
well, I was surprised.
Absolutely.
Like I thought more people would watch that Bo-Katan one. I didn't think too many reviews were out there on it, but
there aren't any. Yeah, I watched as soon as I saw that.
67 views. That's it.
Well, I've seen a few reviews. It's been out for about a month, unfortunately. That Rivera 84, he buys them on like Mercari or something like that. His review was already out, and I'd seen maybe like 2 other reviews. So I knew, it was just a little late, which sucked. But I'm surprised you should have more, because it's a great video too. So
it is good.
Hey, Shabby's here. What's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out.
All right. Mark Shabby Geek, the Black Series expert, is in the house.
Guys, I gotta say, chat is on fire tonight. Like, there's so many great comments and conversations. So I'm just so everyone knows, I'm trying to get through it. But once I get through like a whole bunch, there's like 20 more below it. So
all right.
we're doing
my
our best to
question
scroll
for
through.
Sleeping Collectibles is: does he own any Star Wars
Ooh, good question.
action figures
Yeah,
or Black
there's
Series
someone
or
gosh.
vintage collection?
Yes.
Behind you, right?
No vintage, sadly. I'm holding my breath, waiting for the moment. I was actually talking to the Pally Boys in their chat a couple days ago about diving into vintage, and they gave me a website to check out to find good prices.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of vintage sellers in my area that sell for overvalue. They're trying to milk as much as they can, and it scares me as a new collector. Like, I don't want to pay $60 for a $30 figure, you know? So I'm kind of trying to learn before I dive in, but I have a ton of Black Series hanging up.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
can't
See, you got
just
helmets
out
behind
of
you.
camp. Yeah, let me see. I've got my Poe Dameron helmet. I've got my Captain Cardinal helmet. I have 15 Black
Nice.
Series hanging on the wall that you guys can't see, and then I've got another 10 or 11 Black Series over there that I haven't brought
Okay,
out
so
yet.
you're a fan. What's your favorite
What's
Star Wars?
what's your
Oh, God.
favorite? Yeah,
My favorite movie is Empire all day.
Perfect.
great choice.
Awesome.
Great choice. What are your
Yeah,
favorite
I love
Black
it.
Series figures?
Right now, the Walmart exclusive Ahsoka Tano is my favorite. I found it under a shelf at my local Walmart.
Yeah,
It's
it's
one of my
beautiful.
favorite videos I've made. Like, I literally, my jaw dropped when I saw it. I had to grab it. And
I
I
haven't
love
got
that
that yet.
incinerator
I haven't
trooper
got
you
that
got. It's so hard to find. I wish you a ton of luck, my friend. The incinerator trooper, the flame effect is incredible. I got that not long ago. Darkside Ray is amazing, even though I have beef with GameStop for it. They shipped it to me with a box cutter down the front. Like, they drug the cutter down the front of the box when they were sealing it.
Oh,
And it just, it's ugly. 'Cause I'm an inbox collector, but I couldn't give her up. They wanted me to send it back and wait 6 more weeks for replacement, and I just couldn't do it. So she's hanging on my wall. And my favorite release of the year, I know I'm kind of a mark for Stormtroopers. I love Troopers. I have the Remnant Stormtrooper hanging above my head, and it's my absolute favorite release of the year. I just love the look of a dirty trooper. It just does something for me.
dude,
Yeah.
it's a great. They're all stark white. You know what I mean? So it's such a neat
Yeah.
little touch. Dude, I'm a sucker for a trooper too. I've got. I mean, how many? I've probably got a dozen just in my different displays. Like, I love them, especially when you get
I
into
love
the clone
troopers
era.
and lightsabers. Oh, yeah, love that.
So now
I
all we
recently
need is a
dove
trooper
into,
with a
lightsaber
lightsaber.
collecting as well. Yes.
Ooh, which ones do you have?
I'd buy all of them. Well, I just
Which
picked
ones
up
do
the
you have?
Asajj Ventress Force Effect. The Asajj Ventress Force Effects lightsaber. I just picked that
Oh,
one
yeah.
up, and I've
There's a
started
good deal
buying
for that right
custom
now, yeah.
sabers from Saber Forge, and they're amazing. I can't speak highly enough about Saber Forge. Like, one I've gotten from them are just incredible. I got this one actually right next to me that I got. It is a custom hilt that I had designed, and it's literally the brightest LEDs I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it lights my entire house. Like, it is
Wow.
insanity.
Wow, look at that.
I just love it. I love it so much. Yeah, they did a deal near Christmas time where you could get a lightsaber without sound, like a battle ready like combat saber. I think it was like $140, and I was all over it. This thing is by far my favorite Star Wars thing that I own right now.
Yeah, that is nice.
We were
Yeah, it's fun.
we were supposed to go to Disneyland last April for spring break, and I had a reservation to build my own lightsaber. And you know, one of the many things I missed out on last year, but that that is still like one of my top priorities to do first time we get to go and do something on vacation is build my own lightsaber.
California
I'm
just
going in
announced
3
that.
weeks. I have a reservation.
Are you really? Oh, I'm so jealous.
I'm going in 3 weeks. I have a
Awesome.
reservation to make mine. I'm so excited about it.
Oh, dude, you got to show it once you build it. I cannot wait to see it. I had everything picked out, like all the hilt pieces. I knew it was going to be a green blade for sure. And my daughter, who's 12 and a half, she was going to build one with me. And then we were my daughter, who's almost 16, and I were going to build droids then, because I told them you could build. I'm building one of each, but you can each pick one. So the younger
That's
one wanted a
amazing.
lightsaber for sure, and then we were going to build droids with the other one. So we'll do it again someday. I mean, we'll get to it at some point, I'm sure. So
I'm
yeah,
going
dude,
on
when
the
you build yours, I want to
27th.
see it.
Yeah, the 27th of March is
so
when we're
excited
going,
for you.
and I'm gonna live stream a little bit, and then I'm just gonna take a day and a half and enjoy it, and then I might do a fireside chat from the hotel and go over all my swag that I pick up because I know my wallet's going to be hurting when I get done.
Dude, and that's the thing. We're Disney Vacation Club members, so we go once, sometimes twice a year. Like, I love Disney World, and last year we were supposed to go to Disneyland in April and then Disney World in June, and not going for once we get to June of 2021, it'll be 2 years since I've gone. And the last time we didn't go was the year our youngest daughter was born, and that was like 11 years ago. So I mean, it's like my kids were raised there. My first trip to Disney World, I was actually in utero. My mom was pregnant with me. So like for me, it's like home to me. It's one of my favorite places on earth. So it's weird not going, but I'm going to,
awesome.
When we finally go, it's going to be emotional because it like just, it's been a long year and it'll be great to finally get there and experience that. I can't wait to build my lightsaber.
Like Vern was saying, I think our local Disneyland is going to open soon.
Yeah, California is going to open amusement parks in April.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
as
awesome.
Part of that, yeah.
And I'm gonna go again because I went when it was in, in Tomorrowland, and it was like Star Wars themed, but that was breathtaking. So I haven't been to Galaxy's Edge yet, and I cannot wait to go.
I'm so excited for Galaxy's Edge. Like I'm like ready. Like I'm pumped.
Yeah.
To see the Falcon, I'm just gonna be like a little girl, man. It's gonna be so sweet.
Dude, I just want to stand in front of the Falcon with my lightsaber at night, with my lightsaber glowing and the Falcon lit up in the background. Because Disney, they do a great job. It's called PhotoPass, and so they have professional or semi-professional photography. At least the equipment's professional. They have photographer stationed like all over the park, and then you go and you get like a wristband when you get into the park, and and you could pay for stuff with it. You could pay for get you on rides with Fast Pass, whatever. So you go and they scan your band, and then they just take these pictures for you, and then they show up on your phone 10 minutes later. And so, but it's really cool is you can do effects and backgrounds, and then you can go on like the Disney app and edit them and stuff. So, but I just want a picture of me in front of the Falcon with my glowing green lightsaber. You know what I mean? You just like my smile probably pop off my face. I'll be so happy when it finally happens.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
All right.
Because,
I just wanted to do a quick. I just want to do a quick shout out to Tez, man. Tez is here. What's up, buddy?
All right.
Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, guys. What were you going to say?
I was going to say about your professional photographers. When I was when I was 20, I was a professional photographer at SeaWorld.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So when you said that, I was just
amazing.
laughing because I'm like, oh no, there's no professional photographer.
Like I said, the equipment's professional. I mean, the pictures, if I really think about it, all the years we've been using that service, we've only gotten a couple bad pictures. I mean, normally the pictures come out great. So I don't, and they always will, they'll take one with, they probably won't do it now, but before they'll take one with your cell phone or your camera too. So you'd have a backup and stuff, but it's a great service. If you guys go, for sure. I highly recommend it. Get some great pictures with it.
It was literally like 45-minute training on how to frame people in the viewfinder, honestly.
That's awesome.
I was going to say, we can't let Vern go on this without quizzing this. So if you were the professional photographer at SeaWorld, you weren't taking photographs of fish. This was people getting splashed by.
So we had camera setups, and we would go around to the different exhibits, like where you might pet the dolphins or something like that, or like where the kids would play in that like little it was like Captain Kidd's arena or whatever, where they had like the pit with all the balls and stuff, and you were really just trying to get quality family pictures doing something at the park that you could later try to get them to buy.
Ooh, Chris says he found his Walmart Ahsoka in the wild. Woo.
Wow, that's awesome.
Impressive,
Good
man.
find.
You should have bought a lotto ticket that day, man. Yeah. Holy cow.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys. So I thought, why don't we, if you guys are okay, why don't we show our candidates for mystery unboxings if you guys have any this week, and then after we do that, we could talk about WandaVision. So anybody have any candidates for this week?
Well, I have the Bad Batch set, the Elite Squad Trooper, Crosshair, Hunter, or even Ventress. So just let me know.
Yeah. I just pulled three random figures out of my box, but how about Borderlands? I picked this up
Ooh.
for like $2. Lilith. Anybody play Borderlands?
No, but I saw the picture. The figures actually look pretty good.
And one of these two. I'm dying to open these for my daughter. We've got who is it? Tila and Evil Lynn. So
Ooh, open Evil Lynn. That'd be cool.
yeah.
I can see the anxiety in Sleeping's face about having to open something. Just the look on his
Shaking, I'm
face.
like nervous
Stress.
right now.
You know,
You
this
guys
is
are gonna
fully
Shalacious
voluntary.
was there once.
I'm
Shalacious
the
is
same.
coming too.
Fully
I'm
voluntary.
I'm the same, man. I hate I
You
don't
absolutely
like
don't have
unboxings.
to. You don't have to. So I only
All right.
have one.
I might take a
one
pass
option.
on this one. Whew.
Yeah, no, dude, no, please, yeah, don't get stressed. I only have one option because I only grabbed 2 figures
Well, he's
11
got
days
the ripped
ago.
Ray, the ripped Ray that you have the razor cut on. You can pop that one open, maybe.
Yes.
Anyway, carry
But
on.
that's
Don't-
like,
no.
it doesn't-
Don't
she's
make
already
him
so
sweat. Don't make him
comfortable on the
sweat.
wall.
So this is the only figure I have available to open. So it is Old Man Logan, which
Wow.
I'll be very, very, very glad to add him to my collection.
Where's Shatterstar today?
Shatterstar is in the basement, which would have required me asking my wife to go down and look through my my box figures, which I have contained in a secret area, and I did not want to have that situation.
See,
So,
I said he'd stay in the list.
He's on the list, but we got Old Man Logan tonight, so happy to have him. Salacious, anything for you?
I'm going to open one of these Spawn figures, so it's just a question of which one. The Blood Feud Hunter or the regular.
Ooh, it's got to be the regular. I want to see
Regular?
him. Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen any
Ooh.
reviews, and I've been wanting to buy it, so I'm definitely interested in.
Okay, I'll see if I can sort some lighting out.
So listen, while you two guys open those, we had a great question here. It says, what do you guys thought on the Marvel Legends Bring on the Bad Guys wave? Do you guys have? Did you guys pre-order any of those figures? That was was it Magneto, Dormammu, what's his name, Toymaster? Who else was in that wave? There was a bunch in that wave. So did you guys I pre-ordered the whole wave.
Arcade.
Yeah, Arcade was in it. Yep. So I did pre-order that whole wave. How about you guys?
I did not order anything.
No.
Yeah, I passed.
No, the wave's very hit or miss for me. Like, I think if I find Doom God out on a hunt, or if I find Magneto on a hunt, I'll buy him.
Yes,
But they're
Doom.
not need to have figures. I want the accessory
Yeah.
for Doom more than I want the actual figure. I think
Mm-hmm.
he's got Thanos' spine and skull, and I think that's just like the coolest
That's
accessory.
Yeah.
That's why I grabbed it. Well, and the thing about that one is because I already have 2 Dooms. So I have the one that came out in the Fantastic Four wave, which is out of box, and then I have the carded one that was the Retro Doom, which I kept in the card because there's no way I'm opening that one. But this new Doom is supposed to have a new body mold and articulation. So that's why between that and then the skull and spine, that was why I pulled the trigger on that one. Great question.
That's the one I want most. If I see him in public, I'll grab him. But I didn't order him or anything yet.
Yeah, I think I have him pre-ordered on Amazon. So, for a rainy day.
I think the only
Nice.
Marvel Legends I have on pre-order is that Wolverine that you picked up sleeping. That's the only one that I have on pre-order right now. The only figure.
All right.
And I know-
So
I like this Wolverine.
I like it too, man. That's a sweet looking Wolverine.
Yeah, they did a killer job with the colors. I really like how the yellow pops. And like the box itself, a little X diorama in the back. Like,
Mhm.
me being an MOC guy, like this just looks cool. Like I'm hanging it all over my wall.
Dude, I love the X in the background because it's sometimes the backgrounds get washed out and you can't really appreciate it. That is really definitive. And then isn't the lettering on it like a different language on it?
Yeah, it's got
it's like symbols. Yeah, it's got that's all the symbols on it. That is really cool how they did that.
Yeah, I dig that a lot. It's fun.
Yeah, dude,
I got Marvel
those are
Girl
going to be
last
hard to
week, and
open.
I got him today. Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see, are there any other good questions here? Well, so Salacious picked one of the spawns. Sean, you're going to open up Evil Lynn?
Sure, I'll open up Evil Lynn.
Tess says you can see your saber from space. That's awesome. That thing, it looks bright. Oh, Red Ranger Chris is asking, where did you design that lightsaber?
Saber Forge. They're a custom saber company online. They're really, really good. Quality's fantastic. It's got a great weight, great light. My only complaints are sound cards are very expensive to put saber sounds in it. I think it was like an extra $180 for sounds.
Just for the sounds?
And then it has a 16-week lead time. Yeah, it's like $99, but then there's service fees and shipping. Yeah, it gets crazy expensive. And then there's a 16-week lead time. So if you order it now, you won't see it till the end of summer.
So if you maxed it out, what was that, like $350, $400? Probably, if you got the sound card and everything else.
It's like $299 maxed out with everything.
Whew.
Just the hilt itself is like $70, and I think you can get hilt and blade for $140, and then it's an extra $99 plus tax for sound card. So it ends up being like a $300 saber when all said and done.
Hey, Thousandth Ghost is here, and he just dropped an awesome suggestion. Yeah, it says do a black series of Ralph McQuarrie's concept Stormtrooper.
And while he's out there, he can do Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
The Vader concept would be so cool. Yeah.
They could do a whole line of those concepts.
And the Yoda one, was it his Yoda concept art too? That would be really cool. Really, really cool.
I mean, they could do a whole line. I mean, they did it in the smaller versions. Like, here's the concept for Chewbacca, right?
Oh, yeah, Chewie too.
How cool is that?
And Chewie, they use that concept art for
Zeb
on Rebels,
yeah, for the Lasats. And so they have like they would be able to do almost everybody. Luke, I think the concept is he has that like mask on or whatever with the.
I guess Han was Kurt Russell at one point.
Yeah.
Or no,
Kurt Russell would have been. No, it was Kurt. Yeah, Kurt Russell would have been cool as Han, but Harrison Ford is Han Solo. You know what I mean? Like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green blade protection and defense. I love it. And lots of good comments, man. I'm doing my best to hit everyone. Get to all of them. It's hard to keep up.
Chat is rolling tonight.
Yeah, dude. Ooh, Gary says lightsaber came from Ultra Sabers in Texas. Gary, throw that up on Twitter, man. I want to see that. I want to see that saber, dude.
Yeah, Ultra Sabers has some good stuff.
All right, you guys got anything open? What do you guys?
Well,
did anybody?
Dalwin Kang's question about Anakin. This is the archive, but the body is actually perfect for this Anakin. The only thing different is, I believe, the laser print head. So if you can get either of them affordable, brilliant figure. I always have this in the front of my display because, it's Anakin Skywalker, man. There you go, a little close up. But that's
and is that a little bit of soft goods on the bottom?
Great looking too.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. That
and that's
with
the
updated
that
photo
I have.
real face,
nice.
Yeah, but it's epic for sure. You can't go wrong. But it's the same as the, what did he say? 2013 body. It's the same except for the heads.
Yeah, so mine's the 2013, I think.
Man, I love it.
You have yours? You can show Vern's. See if it's any different. Does it have cloth on the bottom of yours too?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty much the same figure.
Okay. Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, which one of you guys wants to show your figure first? Your unboxing first.
Well, was there anyone that one of these bad batches that people wanted me to open?
I would love to see Asajj, but I would say do a video on her. Hey, dude, anyone, just whatever one you want to open.
I would sell my
I'm
arms
excited to see all of them.
Okay.
Do Hunter, man. Yeah.
What are you selling for Hunter?
His arms.
I would sell my arm to see Hunter. Like, you can just have it. We'll take it off right at the shoulder. Let's do this thing.
All right. I'll open that up while you guys are.
Yes.
Salacious or Sean, do you guys got yours?
Yeah, I've got mine ready. So whenever
all right,
ready.
let's do it. Yeah, if you're ready.
Right. Okay, guys, this is Masters of the Universe, the Retrowave, and these figures are absolutely sweet. On the back, they come with cool little comic strips that you can see, and of course, you can see the whole wave in here. I've been collecting almost all of them, mostly hit or miss, but I'm sure if you've seen these in the 80s, let me try to, usually I have an easier time opening this. But they come with these cool little mini comics, little Masters of the Universe comics. This one is the same, but you open it up just like when you were kids. You can see Prince Adam in there. Anyhow, when you open the figures, let me just show you. They look exactly like they did in the 80s. Let's get these rubber bands off of here. But they come with all kinds of articulation. So this is her out of the package. Her head moves side to side, her arms. She's got elbow articulation. And, of course, in her wrists, she's got nice wrist hinges. And, of course, they've got good knee articulation. And they've got hinges and swivels in the feet. And, of course, I'll put her weapons together. And I guess I'll show you guys when I'm done if somebody wants to start opening theirs.
All right, we'll take it to Vern.
Okay. Well, I actually already opened it. So here's the Hunter out of the package.
Oh man,
he looks
cool.
Sweet.
He's cool.
Oh, he does look cool.
I love.
I'm trying to figure out
that makes me so happy.
His helmet comes off too, right?
Yeah. The cool thing that I saw on here is like he's got this knife sheath on the bottom of his arm, which is actually really kind of cool because that's one of the accessories that goes in there.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
the only
sweet.
thing that I thought was weird about
that's
it
a nice
was
touch.
He comes with this blaster and he also comes with a pistol. But the thing is, he doesn't have a holster or anywhere else to put any one of the other weapons, right? So, which is weird, but he does have this like backpack.
Does the backpack have like a compartment or anything?
It doesn't appear that there's a compartment. I'll have to mess around with it, but it's kind of cool because it's got these. I'm getting messed up with the camera. These two little handle things. So if you're posing them right, I guess you could like have them like carrying it somehow. Well, have him carrying it, right? If I can get his hand in there somehow, just to like make it look like he's actually carrying the backpack instead.
Going to the shops.
Yeah, he's late for a business meeting. He's got to carry his briefcase.
And that's the head sculpt.
How cool!
That's a nice looking sculpt.
Yeah. I mean, that headband looked really cool. And check out the...
Is it Hunter? Is that his name?
Yes.
Hunter.
I mean, that's a nice little detail right there. Right up there on the headband.
Yeah, that is so sweet.
Then he's got this other...
Great. I can't wait to pick him up.
And the cool thing about this is an actual updated body. So
I was wondering.
I mean, look at the range he's got on being able to pull up his arm and get it back. Right.
See, I like how they did the shoulder armor where it's not attached to the actual joint. Yeah, that's.
And it's the pinless technology or whatever.
Oh, that looks
on
great.
Both the arms and the leg. And then I like the fact that this isn't part of his knee joint, that is actually up there. So I think that's kind of cool. So this is a totally upgraded body, and I think it looks really, really cool.
Dude, great pickup.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that comes 2 per case. So I'll end up with 2 of those things.
Yeah, if you got the way from like Entertainment Earth. I don't know how everybody else is shipping because I don't think Big Bad's wave.
Big Bad is just one of each figure.
It's just one of each figure.
Yeah, it's just one of each. Yeah.
But the way Entertainment Earth sells, they sell the wave just like it would go to a store.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that were like one in the box was the Ventress and
Bo-Katan.
Crosshairs. Bo-Katan was 2.
Bo-Katans? Oh yeah, sweet. I'd like 2 of those.
Yeah. So it was 2 Bo-Katans, 2 Elite Troopers, and 2 Hunters. And then it was 1 Ventress, 1 Crosshairs, and where's the other one?
Yeah, I'm going to wind up trading mine most likely online for other figures that I've missed in the past.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to look for somebody who has a Cobra Trooper from Target who wants to trade me.
And it's not going to be hard because Twitter is huge. And with that new hashtag CHC and Collectors Helping Collectors, that's how I got the Flame Trooper. And I've got, the Beskar Mandalorian for $12.99. Some dude sent me Beskar Mando, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
You
nice.
can't go wrong. Anyhow, here's Evil Lynn. I'm probably going to pose her on my shelf just like that. So
She's got quite a big gate, hasn't she, Sean?
Yeah.
Evelyn.
yeah, but pretty cool. She looks good. I can't wait to let my daughter play with her because she's been begging to open these, and I'm a mean dad, so. But the toys are for
Mean
me.
dad.
Yeah. But,
That's so
all
funny.
right.
That's so funny.
How cool.
Salacious, you got your spawn?
Yeah, and I've already had anxiety because I had to cut the tape rather than peel it off. Which is so.
That figure is going to be valuable even out of the box. That's what a lot of people don't realize is you really don't lose too much value after you open them. The ones that hurt are the 3.75s. When you open those, they drop in value because people actually want the card back.
Well, the Kickstarter one that I've got coming will definitely be that will rocket in value
because you can never get one again ever.
No. So
now
that's quite cool. Look, there's the stand. Look, it's quite cool.
You're not going to rip that out, huh? No.
I'll get it in a second. I mean, they're not the Mezco quality that Sleeping had earlier, but they're not bad. These.
It's that's Black Series quality for sure. Because I think I watched Shardamus Prime's video on it, and that's the only video I've ever seen. And the figure is epic, man. Apart from, I believe, the cape, or somebody mentioned earlier trying to pose him. I don't know if you're still in the comments. Whoever said that.
I can't get him out.
He looks so sweet. Yeah, he's tied in there with a rubber band, I see, on his waist.
Yeah, and they ran the cape through the plastic to make it a little more difficult for you.
Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Man, look at them chains.
We can come back to you in a minute. Wants to come back to you?
Yeah, come back to me.
All right, we'll come back. I'll do mine. It's going to be super easy. All right, so here we have from what actually is a really epic wave. If you look, you got quite a few 90s X-Men on there. Mm-hmm. And then that Dazzler figure is fantastic. Shatterstar, which you guys know is sitting downstairs, Polaris, and then Sunfire, which Sunfire is a really, really cool figure. I have him in my 90s X-Men display as well. But it's about time to add another Old Man Logan. And no accessories, nothing fancy. Little plastic crack. Ooh, check him out.
Wow, he looks great.
Yeah, that's sick.
Dude, look at the fur collar, and I love the soft goods jacket.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm a
so
sucker
cool.
for a good leather jacket on a figure. Like, those look great.
Dude, look at that bomber jacket on him. Well, that's part of why I love all those 90s X-Men figures, because they all have their leather bomber jackets.
I love how he's hunched over, too, man. That's really cool.
Dude, look here. Let me get it out. Look at those chops.
Oh, yeah. That's killer.
Dude, he's so cool. And then, does he have butterfly? I can't. Doesn't look like he's got No, he doesn't have butterfly shoulder joints, but look how far they come out even without it. And then, typical ab crunch and
great
twist.
For that diving
and then
claw.
Yeah, and then look at that double pin knee. So, dude, I could totally have him like this and like that, just floating in the nerdery like this.
That looks cool right there, man. On that Hasbro stand.
Totally doing this. I'm a big Old Man Logan fan, though. I love the comics, and the movie was phenomenal too. But I love that comic run. So that was my guy for the night. This is a great, and I love unboxing this with you guys because otherwise I'm just alone in my basement, and it's cool to share this with you guys because it's not a figure I'm going to probably do a video on, but like it's cool for it to get recognition and just share because this is a great figure.
Absolutely.
And by the way, that it really is a great wave. I don't have all of it. The only one I'm missing Cyclops but I already have the Cyclops in a leather jacket, so that's the only one I need. But that really is a great wave. And then, like I said, don't sleep on Sunfire or Dazzler. The Dazzler figure, Disco Dazzler, is really cool, and she has roller skates for feet.
Yeah,
super
that looks
cool
wild.
figure.
I've never seen that figure before.
When I get out of my cage, I'll
get a little closer.
You want me to show you again? Yeah. When I get out of my cage, Sean, I'll send you a picture of her.
Yeah,
I'll take one.
Yeah.
But look at her there. Like, she's got, she looks just like 70s Disco Dazzler.
Yeah, it looks like bell bottoms.
Yeah, she's got bell bottom. And then what's really cool is then, like I said, she's on roller skates and she comes with a microphone. So I have her posed in the display. Like one hand has like the dazzling lights, and then the other hand is her holding the microphone and singing. Although that is a different dazzler than they had in the 90s X-Men show.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that video. Hey, what's up with the green Scarlet Witch? That's kind of cool.
So that's actually Polaris. That is Magneto's daughter.
Yeah.
In the comics. That's his real daughter, because they retconned Wanda and Pietro. But Polaris, so I have her up in the display too. But she's another really cool figure.
Yeah.
Spawn has been freed from his cage.
Let's see Spawn. So I like how Salacious just drops the heat with the Spawn McFarlane figure.
Yeah, look at that. Man, that is sweet.
He's a bit
the ankle, yeah.
He's a bit stiff. I mean, he's got all the. I think McFarlane used to be criticized quite a bit for making figures that were pre-posed, and so now they do all the joints. But God, he's stiff. He needs some warm water to loosen him up. He's very, very stiff. But the thing with McFarlane is, it's just badassery, isn't it? Badassery. Really just looks badass.
Yeah.
Look at that face. He looks mean. I like it.
He's hench, for sure. But this one doesn't come with a lot of accessories. Yeah. The Kickstarter is it's the classic Spawn. This one I don't think it's slightly different, because he's got the classic one doesn't have this big boot. But the Kickstarter comes with tons of exchangeable heads and hands and bits of plasma that's come out of his hands and all sorts of guns and craziness. And the cape on the Kickstarter is absolutely massive. But he's cool. Look at his green eyes.
He's real cool.
Dude, those eyes look awesome. Look like that. Is that like a midnight blue on his body, or is it a black? I can't tell on my screen.
No, it is like a midnight blue. Yeah,
it's a blue. Yeah, the detailings look awesome.
The colors they picked for it are just phenomenal. They're bold, but they're muted, like at the same time. Like, and I love the eyes with the white, the midnight blue and white mask.
Yeah, and there's a ton of wash all over him.
So yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
Well, I didn't want to Spawn until right now. Now I got to go buy one.
Yeah, I want one too. That's why if I ever seen one on the shelf, I know I wouldn't leave it there. But I never was able to find one. I think he was Walmart exclusive, that one.
I don't think I've ever seen one in my Walmart. That thing looks rad.
Yeah, Shabby. Vern got that whole wave already. Way to go, Vern.
I had to go to France, apparently.
All right. So Prentice Ewok says he stopped doing Entertainment Earth because his Thrawn and Cody took forever, and he canceled them because someone could get them in the wild. He went to Big Bad Toy Store, but now those are taking forever too. Yeah. Big Bad Toy Store has gotten slower. But I will say, like, they ship well. Like, when I get figures from them, they come in really good condition. They're
well, it seems you got to order the whole case to get it fast. If you order them by singles, because I think the full case is probably ordering, they ship those first to the customers. And then finally, when they catch up, they'll open a case and start selling them individually from there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Damien says he used that jacket to make a custom MCU shocker. Damien, are you on Twitter? If so, post that on there. I'd like to see that. That'd be really cool to see that custom. And Tez said he missed photographs of your figures that I used to point. I haven't Tez them up. I know, dude. I'm slacking. Maybe I'll get some bed shots tonight with me and Old Man Logan.
Yeah, you can bend the sheets up and maybe come up with some cool photography, like mountain scenery.
Boudoir, some Logan in the boudoir photos, if you guys are interested.
My first YouTube video was on my blanket on my bed. I had it all, like a nerd.
I watched, but you know what's interesting? You're not the only person. I've seen a lot of people's initial videos were on their bed.
Yeah,
it must have been a thing. Yeah.
Well, you just get that feeling one day. You're like, you know what? I'm going to do it. What? You only live once, and that's probably what that initial thing is. You know.
Yep, exactly. So guys, show up what you got. So guys, let us know. We've already gotten some great comments, but let us know in the comments if you could only have one of these figures we unboxed tonight. Which figure would it be?
My poor girl.
She's cool, man. I like Evelyn. Yeah, I got a feeling. You and I are in third and fourth place tonight, bud, with the Spawn and Hunter.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, you guys up for a little WandaVision?
Definitely, and I have completely opposite opinion than you, Mr. Dude.
That's great.
I loved it.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask, and I thought maybe we could start this way. Did you guys find it overwhelming, whelming, or underwhelming?
I thought it was perfect.
So whelming.
Yes, it answered all the questions that I had, and it made me look forward to seeing what comes next, which I think was the overall point of it. So, but the surprise cameo, overall that was, overhyped, and
who
I
was
think
the
people got a
surprise cameo?
taste of
White Vision.
Yeah.
But we saw him in the previous show, so he was the actual surprise
No,
cameo?
I think it was the guy that goes real fast.
Skrull?
Quicksilver or whatever his name is.
No, they said it was White Vision. That's who they were referring to. Yeah, because Elizabeth Olsen after episode 3 or 4 said there's going to be a Luke Skywalker level reveal, and I think we all and I remember we all discussed that here, and we kind of chuckled that's not possible, but who could it be that would be a big reveal? And
well,
so
I'll get
my
into leak now. Remember, you told me to be quiet about my leak, and
what was your
but
leak?
It was Robert Downey Jr. There was a black and white photo of him pulling up in a limousine, and it looked like out of a 70s show, and it was Tony Stark, and I thought he was going to be the big cameo in the show.
Interesting.
But no, I guess that never happened.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be at the very end during the post credits, and I was thinking oh, we're going to see Nick Fury here, but we never got that.
Yeah, somebody like that. I was thinking
it was maybe he couldn't show up for filming that day, so they just decided to hey, we'll just allude to the fact that Monica's going to go see Nick Fury, and I'm like, well, okay.
I thought that was here's the thing. I thought that was a throwaway post credit scene, and Mike. The other thing is, no one knows she's Spectrum. She doesn't even know she's Spectrum, and so why is she being called into space? No, right? Unless they're just calling her up because she wanted to go up or something. But there was no reason for the Skrulls to come and get her at that point, other than maybe
my daughter. Right? She's 12, and she was excited when she saw that. She went, "Oh yes, that's Captain Marvel too," and she was just totally pumped up.
Yeah, no, I like Spectrum more than Captain Marvel, so I'm excited for that. And they're totally going to brawl in that movie, which is going to be awesome. And I'm rooting for Spectrum just to kick her butt all over the place. I was so clearly it's underwhelming for me. And here's the only reason why. I actually thought it was very well done. I thought it was very well written. My whole issue with it is they went J.J. Abrams and they had too many MacGuffins. It who's in the witness protection program, who's Pietro, who's the rabbit, who's her husband, right? It was just, and so what it does is it gets us all talking and speculating, and the show was actually well written. It was thought out. It was touching. I was actually really touched by a lot of it, in the show. You have the Vision versus White Vision, which was exceptional, and I kind of like how they Scott Pilgrim did at the end, where they ended up just talking it out and being friends at the end. But there was no need to go full J.J. Abrams and have MacGuffins that had nothing to do with the plot, had nothing to do with character arcs, and then they unresolved. They didn't answer almost any of them. And so for me, it's we didn't need to focus on it. We didn't need to take the detour. The show held up on its own without any of that stuff. Now, it's cool to plant a few little things for future things, but I just thought they went way, way overboard. And then the actors are promoting a Luke Skywalker level cameo. You know what I mean? And again, it's great for social media, right? And they get a lot of buzz, you get a lot of clicks. But at the end, it was it was very underwhelming because they had built it up and they had put all those useless MacGuffins in there. If they didn't have any of that, I think the show would have stood on its own and arguably could be considered one of the best. The first couple episodes are kind of throwaways, but like really the last probably 5 episodes, if you look at it as a self-contained movie, would be one of the probably top, at least in the top 10 of an MCU movies that I've seen. But they've ruined it by going full J.J. Abrams for me.
What does Sleeping think? What does Mr. Sleeping think?
I'm kind of on par with Dude at this point. Like, it was a wonderfully written show. It was so much fun, and it encapsulated everything I love about Marvel. But that ending was very underwhelming for me, and it almost felt a little forced. Like we're about to get a WB style Marvel show. Like, I like the Skrulls, I do. I like the idea of Spectrum. That ending was straight out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm not tuning in to see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm tuning in to see an MCU style event. And I get this feeling that we're just going to take it down WB sitcom avenue. Like, it just, I don't want another Arrow show. I want an MCU movie show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It just
100%.
It kind of left me.
And the whole thing
like,
is,
it was good, great show.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It just didn't need it. And then here's the other one: the beekeeper, the bees. Right? They teased the bees, and that was a big talking point. What happened there? You know what I mean? It let the show, let the characters arc and the dialogue and the show stand on its own. And yeah, you always throw in a few great things that geek us out. I love the nods to the comic book. Like her comic book accurate outfit was awesome. Like I fist pumped when she came on that, because that is comic accurate. And I do appreciate her actress saying like she didn't want her cleavage constantly hanging out, because it's stupid. And you know what I mean? If you're fighting against a horde of aliens, you don't need cleavage. I totally got what she said. So like I love that moment, but like it's like it just had so much good stuff in there. We didn't need the J.J. Abrams ification of it, if that makes sense.
I think
and as you guys can tell, I don't like J.J. Abrams movies.
Other episodes. I mean, what about Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Maybe it'll tie and answer some questions from there. I think it's going to interweave everything that people would say, hey, do you remember in WandaVision when this happened? And it'll tie up to something new. I think it's really just started. But how do you explain the end? You know, I'm hoping the Dude can explain this, but where Wanda's making like her cup of tea and then she's in the other room, you know, floating. How do you explain two of those? What was going on there?
So she's astrally projecting herself. So you remember in the first Doctor Strange movie when he was asleep on the bed, and then they showed him, and he was it's exactly the same thing. It's just an astral projection of herself. So her body was my interpretation was her body was getting tea and sitting there, and then she was astrally projecting herself. And what was interesting though is that Strange did that while he was sleeping. Although he did learn to do that while he was awake, I guess. So, but the thing I found that was interesting was, and everything's very purposeful, I think, in the MCU, was when Agatha said the Scarlet Witch is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. So to me, I totally think Wanda is the vision, or I'm sorry, Wanda is the villain in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it kind of looked that way, didn't it? She looks evil.
And I think that would be really cool if she loses her shit. And because that's totally what happens in the comic books, and then they're probably going to create mutants out of that somehow, which I think is a great, because in the comics it has the opposite where she says no more mutants.
I mean,
right?
they took away her husband, her kids, you know.
Yeah, she took them away.
She's gonna be bitter.
And if they make her the villain, then they negate their series, because the way I saw it was that she completely worked through her issues, and now she is the Scarlet Witch.
But she was totally the villain of that show. Here, I actually put this on here because I thought this would be a good. But she was the villain. She was totally the villain of Wanda. Like Hayward's a dick, but he wasn't the villain. Like I didn't agree with his methods, but he was right in what he was doing. She kidnapped a whole town and mentally tortured them and separated them from their kids. Yeah.
But at the end of the show, she released them and realized that she did all that stuff. She gave up her kids and Vision, the husband, and the house and the dream to become the Scarlet Witch. So that's why I'm saying she's not going to be the villain in Multiverse of Madness.
But she has the Darkhold, and the Darkhold is in the comics is pure evil.
Yeah, I don't
like that's the most evil book. So I think it's going to corrupt her. Whereas, like, yeah, she just had that nice arc, but I think the Darkhold, because she's reading the Darkhold without any training or knowledge of this magical world. And so what I think will ultimately happen was they have to bring Agatha back, because to me she was the MVP of that series. She was outstanding. And so Agatha in the comics is her mentor. Like, she teaches her. So and they totally alluded to, because Agatha's like, you don't even know what you're doing, you need a teacher. And she's like, okay, I'll come back and get you if I need you, right? So they're totally going to have to come back, and Agatha will mentor her. But I think the Darkhold will twist her, and then Agatha and Strange will help bring her back, is my prediction.
That sounds fun. I'd be down with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good speculation going on in chat. So,
ooh, let me highlight it. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, 49 new comments. Holy shnikes. Oh yeah, and who was the witness exactly? Like, why did we need to MacGuffin the witness and then never answer who that witness was?
Yeah.
You know, and even if it was just what's his name, John Boner or whatever they called Pietro, right? Even if it's that guy, just say that's who it was. Just tie up the loose end and resolve it.
Yeah, there's a lot of angry people on Twitter I was reading today.
John Boner.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Tez says that the Darkhold was the big reveal. See, but I didn't consider that a big reveal, because so in Doctor Strange, there's the one book that was missing from Camartage, and then that was emanating red energy, and then if you read the comics, it kind of alluded to the Darkhold. So to me, that didn't really feel like it. But yeah, guys are saying they did all this just to throw us off. And that's the thing. So if the whole purpose was just to throw us off and have us talking about it, like, I don't appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to misdirect us and then have a payoff, that's okay. But the show didn't need it. The show stood on its own. It was such a good story. It was well written. I mean, the dialogue in it was exceptional. And I thought I thought that was the one thing I still don't like about Scarlet Witch is when she does her accent, it's still awful. You know what it sounds like to me? You guys remember Two Wild and Crazy Guys from Saturday Night Live? Like, her accent is the equivalent of those Two Wild and Crazy Guys. You know, I mean, it's like that is her accent. Like, just let her talk normally. Like, she's a good actress when she talks normally. But yeah, man, I just thought the show stood on its own without those MacGuffins. So I'm looking to see comments.
And I don't like. I agree 100%.
Let's see.
Yeah, I thought it was sweet, and I think it's just opening a doorway. Hopefully it doesn't end up like a J.J. Abrams thing where it messes everything up, but they're going to have 20 films tying everything together, so I think we're good still.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for the Winter Soldier and Falcon. I think it's going to be way better than WandaVision, personally.
We do a good job of hyping it up ourselves, to be fair, don't we?
Yeah,
totally. Totally.
That happens on every property. Star Wars, we hype it up so much, and it never meets expectations.
That's what happened to me with The Last Jedi. I hyped myself up. I read all these theories, and I got so excited, and then I came out of the theater so depressed, and it took me almost a year to get over it, man. I was devastated.
Yeah.
But
so I wanted to ask.
Like Solo so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a fun question. So I think we're all in agreement. It was a good show, but maybe where we differ is on like some of the MacGuffins and the excess material. So I do have two follow-up questions. So the first one is, and the same, I'll throw this to everyone in chat. If you could have like one or two figures from WandaVision, which two figures are you picking?
The new Vision and the new Wanda immediately.
Yeah, I agree.
A 2-pack.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I want John Boner.
Yeah, people are upset, man. They said they disrespected him. They brought that character back to disrespect him like that. And I was reading all kinds of madness.
Yeah, I did not like what they did with that at all. I did not. It was again. The story stood on its own without that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
what about
I
you,
hate
Sleep?
those kind of jokes too, man. Because I got little girls, and it's like it makes me feel uncomfortable. And I wish they would just leave that crap out of there.
Dude, but imagine how our parents felt growing up in the 80s and the stuff we had in our movies.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
It
God.
was far worse then.
I mean, like every 80s movie has one or two horrific things where it's like, I have to, I just skip the whole scene. I just click skip because it's so bad. What about you, Sleep? Which ones do you want?
There's so many though. Like, I'd like the twins. I think the twins would be a fun 2-pack. I'd love to see White Vision, and I'd like to see Scarlet in her comic accurate. I think that would be cool. But most of all, I would love 1970s costume Vision and Wanda. I think that'd be such a fun, like,
That would
Halloween.
be really
if they did
cool.
like a Halloween costume Legends line, that would be fun.
Well, dude, they could totally release 2-packs for each decade for WandaVision. And have their costumes for each one. I mean, people would buy those. My two would totally be White Vision, and I want Agatha. And I want Agatha full witch with purple effects. Those are the two I want the most.
That would be cool.
And then, so the question I have for you guys now is, so after WandaVision, we've got a couple series coming up, and then some movies. So after WandaVision, which MCU series are you most excited for?
I love that new trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man. I'm just super, super pumped. It looks great.
What else is
That's
there?
what I'm most excited for.
What else is there? I can't remember.
Loki. What if? So mine is Loki. I
Loki
love Loki.
does.
He's
but they
one of
haven't
my
teased
favorite.
enough of it to get me like super excited yet.
So
Is that
so
What If going
Loki's
to be animated?
Yeah, What If's going to be animated. Yep. And then what if there's a? Oh man, they announced another one too. The Secret Invasion, I think, is a series. It's not going to be a movie.
Yeah.
Is that going to be animated?
No, that'll be live action.
No.
Well, they got that Kung Fu movie coming out.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm a big Shang-Chi fan.
Captain
I
Marvel
like him.
2, which will include,
Mhm.
WandaVision will be part of that.
Yeah. You got Thor, Love and Thunder, and then Strange, Multiverse of Madness. So I think those are the next one. So for
And
me,
what
it's
about
Loki.
Spider-Man 3? Because I know that's
Blade.
this
Oh, yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Blade.
And maybe they'll
Yeah.
drop Venom in there, you think?
I
Because Venom's
hope
coming
not.
out like really
Not
soon.
Sony Venom. Not the Sony Venom.
No.
Hard pass
No.
on this. That movie. I only watched a third of that movie and I shut it off.
Oh.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I liked it.
So let's see what everyone says in the comments. So Chris says we need a figure of Scarlet Witch. Absolutely. Yep, looked amazing. She really did, man. Like that, they nailed that costume. I think that's one of the best ones they've done. Agatha definitely pop up.
Oh, yeah, Eternals is coming out, Josh is saying. They have a whole line of figures for them, so I guess they're expecting big things out of that. When is that coming out, if they're already released the line of figures for them?
Well, they haven't released them; those are just leaks. So Eternals is supposed to come out after Black Widow, and I think they have Black Widow slated for May.
Yeah,
and then Eternals is probably the July release, I think, and then Spidey is December. So out of all those, I'm most excited. Out of the next,
I can't wait.
The movies we'll get this year, Spidey is the one I'm definitely most excited for.
So do you
The
really
Eternals,
think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's going to be in it, or do you think that's just false hopes?
I feel like after WandaVision,
false hopes,
I'm
but it would be
out of the
cool.
I'm out of the speculation game. Like I think I just want to go in and enjoy it. Does that
That's
make
why
sense?
I
If
did
that
with
makes sense.
WandaVision, man. I didn't get too involved, and that's why to me it was very satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That totally makes sense. Let's see. Apprentice Ewok says she's going to get overwhelmed by her power, and then seeing White Vision makes her snap. I totally think so, and I totally think the Darkhold, because in the comics it corrupts. It's like the worst magic, and it totally corrupts whoever uses it. So I totally think that's going to happen. Southern Comic Geek. Oh, hello! I didn't even welcome you yet. Southern Comic Geek, welcome. Said the Darkhold will corrupt her. I totally agree. She is the madness in the title. Ooh, I didn't even. That's a really good take. That dude.
Yeah.
That. Oh, I love that thought, man. Josh, man, that way to drop that bomb, dude. That's an excellent take. 1,000 Ghosts said, "Be cool to see what happens with Rambo."
Dude.
Yep. Yeah. Sleep.
Gentleman and Monkey Lizard, I hate to do this, but I have to drop out. I have to start my
Yeah.
my weekly stream in 50 minutes. I gotta get prepped for it.
It was a pleasure having you, man.
Hey,
and
thanks
really
for
nice
hanging out,
talking to
dude.
you.
Absolutely, guys.
Hopefully we didn't bore
Thank you
to
so
death.
much for having me on. I'd love to do this again. This was a lot of fun. No way. This was
Yeah,
a ton of fun.
Anytime, man. We'd love to have you
Into
back.
Hey,
And
everybody, make
I
sure
will.
you check out
I'll be
his
watching
channel.
your stream.
Hopefully the dude will put a link in the description later.
Definitely.
Here, we'll put you, and I'm going to put your Twitter handle on
Yeah,
here
I
now,
have
so
some,
you
I
can
have
say
some
goodbye.
unboxing of my normal. Oh. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we're just gonna do some unboxings. I'm doing a Hot Toys giveaway over on my channel. I have some news about that, and it's gonna be a fun little stream. Just a quick little weekly Saturday deal that I do.
I'll be there, dude.
All right, you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm gonna do this again sometime.
Dude, thanks for hanging out, man. That was awesome.
Thanks, Mr. Sleeping. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. I'll see you
Absolutely,
around.
guys. I'll see
See
you guys.
ya.
Be good, buddy. That was awesome, man. What a great. I'm so glad we got to hang out with him. That was so cool.
All right. Well,
All
well,
right.
I'm leaving too.
Yeah, well, let's
Uh-oh.
announce next week's guest while everybody's in the chat still.
So,
So, Tenet.
I'm gonna
Oh, go ahead.
hold on. I'm gonna sign off too. I got some stuff I got to do, but it's been nice hanging out with everybody. Thanks for
All right,
all the comments in the chat and stuff like that. See you guys next week.
Later, Verd.
Take care, Vern.
All right, buddy.
All right, and then
What's happened to my head?
then there were 3. So I did want to hit just everybody's comments here real quick. Let me see. Thousandth Ghost said it'd be cool to happen with Rambeau. I totally agree. And he says it takes place 8 months before Spider-Man Far From Home, so she'll have already been in space before Spidey 2 started. That's actually really interesting. That'll be very cool. Josh says, Tilly.
That's Pilly Yum Yum.
He said, I couldn't care less about WandaVision, but I love your guys' passion. Well, that's a good take, man. I appreciate that. And then Tez says, the Darkhold book was another book that was missing in the Doctor Strange movie. Yep. I totally agree with that one. That's a great prediction, dude. Yeah, I thought that prediction was solid. Josh says, I don't think it was all misdirection. I think most things will come back around later. Yeah, it potentially, but how long do we have to wait for a payoff? Like 2 years? You know what I mean? I just think it was just too much MacGuffins. Darcy,
yeah, well, they
and
have
Wu.
to get us back in the theater seat, so
dude.
I think he's right about that. It's all going to get answered.
Oh yeah, MCU does a good job of resolving a lot. They don't do everything, but they do a lot. Yeah, Darcy and Wu figure would be really cool. Supposedly there was a rumor that they were looking of doing a Wu series of him going and investigating like weird paranormal events in the MCU, which I would watch that in a heartbeat. And then because to me he's like a Agent Coulson type figure where he can go in through all the different shows and movies. Damien says Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. could have brought back Graviton for the final season. That's a good point. He says he was convinced Agatha was a Grim Reaper in disguise. Says beginning of the next phase of movies, I think they'll go back and pick up a few of those plot threads. Totally. Agatha would make a great figure. Yeah, I totally agree, man. I definitely got a crush on Agatha. I think she's awesome. Boner was the name of Mike Seaver's best friend in Growing Pains.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's true. How did they get away with calling him Boner for like 8 years on TV?
That is
That's
just
fantastic. Wild. Josh says he's looking forward to Loki. Yeah, Apprentice Ewok says Loki will be great. I'll watch anything with Loki, man. It's fantastic. On your left, Armor Wars. Want to see what happens? Yes, Armor. And dude, so here's the thing to think about for those of you who read the comics: are they going to introduce Arno Stark when they get into Armor Wars? Because that would be pretty interesting. Moon Knight. Oh, I totally forgot about Moon Knight. Yes, cannot wait to see Moon Knight. And then Poe Dameron is Moon Knight. Josh is looking forward to Eternals. Josh says Eternals is November. Okay, my bad. I thought it was summer. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Definitely look forward to seeing Batroc. That would be cool. Yeah, Batroc would be a cool figure too. Shang-Chi is... Oh, okay. I got to mix up. Shang-Chi is June. Thanks, guys. At least I got the year right. Cleo for Vern. That's good. All right, let's see. I think I got through. Catherine Hahn was the highlight of what. Me too, Josh. I thought she was, and I think I said this like a couple weeks ago, but if I think of every movie she's been in, she's typically a supporting character, and I go all the way back to Step Brothers, and so she's in scenes with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, and she steals those scenes. Like that's how awesome she is. So I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she was fantastic.
That was Chow. That was Chow, not Cleo, dude. Your eyes,
dude.
Man.
Oh my God, my eyes are. Well, Clea is okay. So in fairness to me, Clea is Doctor Strange's like wife in the comics and his one true love. So my eyes are bad, and it's close enough. Very cool. That was a great WandaVision chat, guys. Any final thoughts about WandaVision?
No. Let's move on.
Salacious, do we beat that horse?
I think so. I think it was a good program. I think we overhyped it. I think and had too high expectations. I think some of the threads will probably end up paying off in other programs. But we always do this on everything. You know, we set the bar too high and then are always slightly underwhelmed. I think it was a good program. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't amazing, but it was very watchable and enjoyable.
Yeah. I don't think I'll rewatch it again.
No.
So. No, I won't. But yeah, it was good. And here's the other thing is like, some of us are quarantined in a bedroom, but a lot of things we don't have available to us, right? Like we normally do, go into a movie, go to Disney World. So like these things give us something to do and think and talk about. So it's a little bit of medicine for our soul with what we have going on. So to Salacious's point, I totally went way into it. But it also gave me something. It's a mental, but to me, it's like a mental exercise that was enjoyable. So I did enjoy it, but I'm totally watching Falcon and Winter Soldier differently. Like I'm watching it, and whatever little things they throw out, I'm going to say, okay, that's neat, but I'm not going to overanalyze. I'm not going to overthink stuff. I'm just going to watch it and then see what happens. So
I think of it more as like Easter eggs. You're like, oh wow, that's kind of neat. Like in Dryden's boss, Den, he had
tons.
Tons of Easter eggs in there.
So I thought if you guys had a couple more minutes, we can end on this. And what did you guys watch this week?
I've been binge watching Cobra Kai. I'm on season 2, episode 3, and Cobra Kai is just mind blowing. I can't believe I didn't watch it sooner. Have you seen that?
Okay, so I need to start. I watched the first episode maybe a year ago when YouTube when it was on YouTube only, and they let you watch the first episode for free. I watched it and liked it, and then just haven't.
You're gonna love it, man.
Okay, so I need to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I've been like, it's one of those shows where I've been up till 3 a.m. You cannot fall asleep. Like I put a show on to fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah, and the next show plays, and I think you'll love it.
Oh my God, dude! I'm trying so hard to keep up with these comments. You guys are awesome tonight. Where was it? All right, so tell us in the comments what you guys are. Yes, exactly what she says. Stay golden, pony boy in the urinal. That scene is epic. I love it. Anything else, Sean, that you're watching?
No, I think that's. I'm probably gonna get that Raya the Last Dragon and watch that with my kids, but that's about it.
Yep. Funny note on that, the first 30 minutes of our live stream, they were texting and yelling at me downstairs because none of them remember the Disney passcode to buy it. And so they're like, Dad, can you set by this? So I'm in the doghouse with all 3 of the ladies at my house because I did not set that up.
Viewing.
That's what we're going to do tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. My daughter had a good idea. She said, we'll all watch that tomorrow. So hopefully I get out of this room by Monday, Tuesday. I'm just waiting to be like 2 or 3 days without symptoms. So, but I thought that'd be fun as we can all watch it together that way, at least. That looks really cool. I think cool. It looks great. I'm looking forward to it. Josh says Cobra Kai is great. All right, guys, I'm gonna start watching that either tonight or tomorrow. Tez says Riverdale, and it's a guilty pleasure. That's like a CW show, right? That's like that's like a modern, like dark take on the Archie comics, right, Tez? I think I've seen a preview for that.
Never heard of it.
Josh says we forgive you, Tez. I've been watching Sabrina. Dude, funny note on Sabrina. I know there's a modern retake of it, but at the beginning of the year, I introduced my daughters to Sabrina the Teenage Witch from the 90s, and they binged the heck out of that show. They loved it, and then that's why our golden retriever puppy, if you guys see the pictures on Twitter, they named her Sabrina after that show. Salacious, what about you? You watching anything?
So I don't know whether you guys get Hulu, don't you? So you got Disney Plus and Hulu. Yeah. So we don't get Hulu over here, but suddenly Stars became part of the Disney Plus app. Is it on your app? So no. when you go on the app, you've got Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. Well, the final symbol is stars.
Oh, we don't have that.
And so you click that, and it's basically all Fox stuff. So it's this Predator, Alien.
So you guys are probably in a beta or something.
24. It's just stacked. You have to put a PIN code in, so it forces you to set up a PIN code so that little kids can't get on it. But it's awesome.
That's fair.
It's awesome. So I just started rewatching one of the seasons of 24 because I just love that program. I don't know which one, season 7 or 8.
That was really popular in the 90s.
24 was a great show. Kiefer Sutherland was awesome as Jack Bauer.
Yeah, he's cool.
Very cool. Anything else, Salacious?
No, just that. So you can see how they are going to have 18, or you guys call it R-rated stuff on the Disney app. You know, they're doing it over here now. So
that's interesting. Yeah, dude, by the way, you just said Predator, and I really want to watch that now. I hope I have it available on streaming, but as soon as you said it, I was like, I want to watch Predator.
The other thing is,
it's been a while.
The other thing is that the programs show up on the front page search as well, so you don't have to go into Stars to search for the stuff. Do you know what I mean?
That's cool.
It filters
it's still
through,
on there. So,
yeah. So you could see how they could have Blade, for example, be R-rated, but still be on the app. You know.
That's actually smart. So I read a thing that Disney Plus was probably going to do something like that here, because Disney owns, I think, like a majority share in Hulu too. So part of what they might do is put some of that stuff on Hulu, or they might have like with yours, you can add it on as like an adjunct to get all the R-rated or more adult material.
Right.
That would be cool. So I've had quite a bit of time to watch stuff. last little bit. But I started watching The Watchmen. So I just finished episode 3.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Dude, I did not like the Zack Snyder movie. I don't like any of his movies actually, but I didn't like that movie. So I was hesitant to start it, and then I asked on Twitter, and everyone's like, "Just watch it; it's so good." The first episode, the first 10 minutes is hard to watch. Like it's jarring, but it's I think important people watch and see that, because that's how people were treated in this country, and it should be hard for us to watch, right? But then once you get through that, it's pretty intense. But by episode 3, I think it levels out, and then I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to either watching some more tonight, tomorrow for sure. I binge watched the heck out of Ted Lasso on Apple TV. Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's my new favorite show. It's basically you guys have seen the movie Major League?
Who's in it?
It's Major League from the 80s about the Cleveland Indians.
Where they I was thinking the Madonna one. Yeah, there's so many baseball.
Yeah, no, Major League is about like the Cleveland Indians. They bring in all the worst players because they're trying to like have the worst season ever, so she could sell the team and move to Florida or something like that.
Oh no!
So that's the whole
that's
premise.
Bad.
Oh, dude, it's an awesome movie. Watch me. It's an 80s classic. You would love it. Charlie Sheen's in it. Tom Berenger. I want to say Rene Russo, but awesome. Corbin Burnson's in it.
Sure.
It's a phenomenal 80s movie. But anyways, Ted Lasso is the premise is they bring over an American like college football coach, meaning like American football, to come over and coach soccer or football as it's called over there. And then just what ensues after that. But it's one of my favorite shows I've seen in years. I ended up absolutely falling in love with it. So highly recommend that. I just want to look in the comments, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Watchmen is incredible. Yeah, I totally agree, man. I really enjoyed that. So Dimitri says, as a kid from the 80s, he'd like to finish the original run, thought would never happen. Hope it does well.
Yeah.
Chris said the third movie,
Damien,
Predator, is on Hulu. Oh, sorry, Sean.
I was just saying, Damien's talking about those new Masters of the Universe shows. There's actually 2 of them coming out. There's
Are
one
there?
like
Oh.
geared towards little kids, and there's like a pea-head He-Man on a massive body. And then there's one that's made by Kevin Smith that's more aimed towards, the 80s fans. So, but I am going to watch both of them just out of curiosity to see what's going on.
Very cool. Other thing I watched this week was I watched Star Trek 2, 3, and 4. So Search for Spock. I'm sorry, for Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and Voyage Home, which are my 3 favorite Star Trek movies. So I love that.
Fantastic. Great sequence of movies, that is.
Isn't it? I really do. And I saw all those in a theater as a kid. And I remember going to see them and how excited I was. And still to this day, I love those 3 movies to death. And Voyage Home is such a juxtaposition from every Star Trek movie. And it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I was laughing the whole movie. But the thing is, like, they pulled it off. They still managed to have a great Star Trek movie and injected all the humor and the juxtaposition of, coming back to our era and stuff like that. I found that, I felt happy after watching those movies, if that makes sense. Like, it really filled me with joy.
That's what Cobra Kai is going to do for you. It's just so 80s, man. It's so awesome.
Well, a double dumbass on you.
Exactly. I love when Spock starts swearing, man.
So funny.
He is
I will hate you. And that punk on the bus is brilliant.
Dude, double dumbass on you is just phenomenal. It's one of my favorite lines. Yeah.
That film is so funny.
Josh says Watchmen is incredible. Gilster says I didn't like 300. No, I mean it was, for me, it was like I watched it once and it was it. But like, to me, I put Zack Snyder and J.J. Abrams in the same bucket. Like, Zack Snyder's films are visually very stunning. Like, they're beautiful films, but it's minimal dialogue and it's all like slow motion and sweeping pans. And, so for me, I'm not into either director. What about you guys? Did you guys like 300?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was rad.
But I'm with you on the DC films. Really didn't care for them. I think the first one I enjoyed was Wonder Woman. Oh, and then that Batman scene, you can't deny that, man, where he is fighting the guys in the warehouse. But it's only, 5 minutes of epicness. And then from there, the rest is just...
I didn't mind Batman v Superman. I thought it was quite bad. There was some badassery in there.
Yeah, some of it was just.
Well, like I said,
visually,
his movies are very visually interesting. You know what I mean? It's like so. I enjoy watching it. We have a home theater in the basement. You know what I mean? So like, I enjoy that for the sound and the visual. But to me, it's like I watch it once and I'm good. It's but the rest of the DC movies, there's really only one that I've liked, and it's Wonder Woman. Post Nolan, like, I love the Nolan trilogy, but post Nolan, the first Wonder Woman is the only one that I've enjoyed and I've watched more than once. Even the second Wonder Woman was a miss.
Well, I think they were trying to catch up with Michael Bay and all that stuff with Transformers, because that was what was selling at one point, getting people in the theaters.
Yeah,
dude, Josh is making me laugh in the comments. He did too much LDS in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
That's so funny.
Watchmen, yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, I'm excited to keep watching that. I'm and sometimes you miss a show and you don't watch it with everyone, but then it's a nice treat when you finally do get to watch it, and it gives you something new.
Computer.
Those 3 treks are great because of how closely tied the stories are. I agree, man. That was well crafted, really well crafted. I mean, and dude, if you want to talk about, Kirk as a character, like in Search for Spock, his son dies and he's on the planet and he's has at that moment, he lost his son and his best friend in a matter of 2 weeks. Right. And like he's in a complete no-win situation, and he finds a way to pull it together and wins. And that's, to me, is one of the things I always love about Captain Kirk, is you can't beat him because he refuses to lose. And honestly, in that situation, like watching that scene, it's like, wouldn't any of us just sit there and burn at that point? Just be like, I'm going to go with the planet, right? You just your son's dead lying next to you like that, and just how he pulls it together and saves everything. I love that story. So Red Ranger Chris is watching Ben 10. HBO Max has a lot of good stuff on it. You did too much LDS. That is another great line. You like Batman vs Superman? Can't wait for the Snyder cut. So are you guys going to watch the Snyder cut?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. It looks cool.
Salacious?
Yeah. I didn't watch the first one. I fell asleep watching the first one twice, man. So, but this one I'll enjoy.
Yeah, same. I thought Batman the Superman was pretty good, and I know it's not. There are some stupid bits in it, like Martha and all of that.
Save Martha, yeah.
But
that was rough.
And I don't like who's the bad guy.
Jesse Eisenberg is Lex
Luthor.
Yeah,
not good. That's not good casting.
No,
but I think the casting overall was pretty good, and and I don't know. I do like Zack Snyder's arty style. I think he's an artist. I think everything just got blown out of proportion, and then Warner Brothers started losing the plot, and they didn't know what to do. And Justice League was just a disaster.
It was terrible.
That's
awful.
the one. Yeah.
Just shocking. Just shocking.
It was terrible. Yeah. So I'm gonna watch it just because it's something to watch and it's a superhero. I'll give anything a shot. I'm gonna go in open minded, but so hopefully it's good. It'd be awesome if it was good. The one thing they said is, I think they said it's gonna purposely hang on a cliffhanger, which would be a little frustrating if they don't come, because now they're moving into, they have J.J. Abrams is doing a Superman movie, which I absolutely will not watch a second of. I will never watch anything he does again, ever. But which is so disappointing. But they're going to have a new Superman. Like, why wouldn't you bring back Henry Cavill? Like they haven't given him a chance to shine in that role yet. I think he's really good as Superman. So, but we'll see what they do. Hopefully the Snyder cut is going to be good. I'm rooting for it.
I really like Watchmen. I thought it was pretty. Apart from the ending, it's pretty comic close. I mean, it was frame by frame. Some of the shots was literally straight out of what's the crazy Englishman? The comic who wrote it? Alan, the crazy English comic guy that wrote it.
I know who you're talking about. Crap.
Long hair.
I know who you're talking about.
He's a genius. What's his name? Anyway, I've got the graphic novel, and if you compare it to the show, I mean, some of the shots are like for like. I love Rorschach. I bought one of those Rorschach masks. Have you seen them? They're like,
those are cool.
I've got one. I was thinking about wearing it on my YouTube channel because it changes. It like moves around. But I liked watching.
Sorry, I was going to say Red Ranger Chris said he would have casted Bryan Cranston as Lex. That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
Let's see, Eisenberg got the Riddler script. yeah. Like he might have made a better Riddler. That's actually a good point. The ultimate cut with everything is epic.
Alan Moore.
Good call. Yeah. Alan Moore. Nice.
Legend.
Guys coming through. Hey, Vader's Girl's here. What's up, buddy?
Sweet.
What's up, Kat?
Hello.
Thanks for hanging out. So Chris said he had to read the Watchmen comic for a history of comics course in college. Wow, that would have been an awesome class.
Yeah.
Much better than calculus and all other kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh.
I need some coffee. Kat, get on. Get the coffee on. Yeah, I know
So-
Alan Moore. Yeah, he's a weird guy, man. He's a weird dude.
Well, guys, what do you think if we hit the mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone's about to die, so. But I had a
That's
good time
good.
tonight, guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week.
So
I'll try to make it
next
to band
week,
practice.
2 minutes ahead of time. So
Sure.
next week is Friday. Whose channel is it on next week?
Mm,
Is it Vern maybe?
Um,
It's either Vern or Salacious, I think, in the rotation. So it's on someone's channel, and then we have a tentative confirmation from Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. She'll be our special guest next week. So
It's good.
I'm okay. Good. So it is Vern. So I am very, very much looking forward. Hopefully it works out with her schedule, but I'm very much looking forward to talking to her. She is crazy knowledgeable about collecting. So guys and everyone watching in the audience, please come with a lot of questions because her knowledge is exceptional. So I expect all of us to learn a lot.
yeah. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be a good time. I've been watching her channel for years, so.
Cheers, Josh. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and thanks for you guys who are still hanging out with us, and especially our friends across the pond. That's I know it's late over there, so Salacious,
Yeah,
great work.
definitely, Tez. Appreciate it. Red
Tez,
Ranger
Salacious.
Chris hanging out with us the whole show. Josh, of course, our number one viewer.
We had both Joshes, Josh Anderson and Josh Wallen. So we got double Josh tonight. Ooh, Dimitri says Bryan Krantz still hopes to play a Marvel villain. Yeah, man. He's a tremendous actor. I think that'd be really cool to see him in the MCU at some point. So cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great
care,
weekend.
guys. Thanks again.
Cheers, everyone. Bye. All right.